happening more to small. Politicians want to make their decision just to small. You want to know what happening in the ministry to small.
Because we were rushed to the defense and we stand adequately and forcefully to ensure and you will be compelled to comply. You know fully well we will do that without hesitation. So without being told, Honorable Caldwell, we want to say you have our deepest, viciously, where are, in fact, the courts are asking. That's how you treat other people and other people. But when in America, with Joe Biden, it's into a verbal ejaculation. You go and insult people. Statement, you insult people. Yeah, you insult people. We can't respond to that problem with that. Today again, I will not come here. If you attack here, I will not be here. So what the CDC have done is that the CDC is trying to keep this peace, and the CDC is only responding. They are much peaceful. We will not tolerate the vulnerability of the Liberian people. We will not tolerate the marginalization of our people, because we will rush to the defense and we stand adequately and forcefully to ensure that you will be compelled to comply. You know fully well we will do that without hesitation. So without being told, Honorable Caldwell, we want to say you have our deepest, viciously, where are, in fact, the courts are asking. That's how you treat other people and other people. But when in America, with Joe Biden, it's saying I've been weighted with age. I want to rescue. These people are comparing this man and trying to project him to behave like a 20-year-old kid. That's totally unfair to the old man. You can't treat him that way. And you don't treat him and you present him into the puppet like a puppet and he begins to puppeteer. That's not what you should do. You see? So I think it's unfair. We want to say to our good friend, those citizens who are here will want their name, and they will go back and we will ensure that they do the simplest thing. They should allow those citizens to come and make sure those who are winners, they should facilitate the hospital bill. We are present here. We're in constant contact with our security, with our international friends. We document this and let them know, because we don't want anything to surprise them. We think the rescue mission is actively, aggressively undermining the peace of our country. Because when you keep conducting yourself in this manner, then you have a motive and an objective. We will not hesitate to aid you into granting you such an opportunity that you are doing. We want to say thank you so kindly for being here again. How many persons?
Support for Honorable Caldwell in his own statement.
Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the press. We have come here today in audition number 10. I'm Godfred. We are the spokesperson for the illegal terminated EPS officers. We are here today in solidarity with our honorable lawmaker, because we believe that no one is above the law. Injustice, anywhere is injustice, everywhere. Those oppressors cannot keep oppressing our people, and we sit and watch them. We say no to oppression, and it is getting to a time where we will not accept it. We are here in solidarity with our honorable man because we believe that it is wrong. If it happened to him today, it can happen to anybody. Because tomorrow, they will start witch hunting us. And we are saying we want to say no to this witch hunt. We are tired with witch hunt. We don't want people witch hunting our officials. We are all citizens of this country. We came here today in our unit. We came here today in our unit as the illegal terminated EPS officers. We want to state this very clear, that we will not sit back and watch our people being oppressed. We will not sit and watch our peaceful citizens being oppressed. We will stand by. We are in support of Honorable Yekeh, and we can assure him our strongest support. We will support him because he's there for the people. He's a lawmaker for the ordinary people. He's not for a special group of people. From the time we start knowing Honorable Yekeh, he speaks for the people. So when we heard this news this morning, we as a body, as a unit from our group, we decided to come here today to be in sympathy with him because we believe that his life was threatened by those oppressors. So we don't want to sit and watch our lawmaker be oppressed, not even him, any other lawmaker for that matter, for the fact that they are citizens of this country, and we are also a custodian of society. We will protect our society against any oppressor. Thank you very much. Run the roll. Run the roll. Run the roll. Run the roll.
Okay, so Avi will just close everything. Avi, Honorable Convoy, you want to say something? Okay. Avi, you want to just close? Yeah, from the house, you would just close it.
So let me say a big thank you to the biggest opposition party in the country, the CDC, for making their presence felt here. I believe in my mind, we will work together as opposition. What happened in the past is in the past. We are moving forward to ensure that things that we said were wrong yesterday will become right today. Because we criticize, we went around, our all around. Somehow we'll call it a role, but today, our own is still a clear, our own in the face that we don't have to look for evidence for. Up to now, those information they give us cannot be proven by us. I'm not saying it because they are here. We are not showing the evidence to the Liberian people that somehow we'll call it a role. Somehow to a role. We are in control of the foreign ministry now. So where is the evidence on Samuel 12? In my mind, we wanted to say those things so we can take them from power and come and sit down there so we can steal the same way.
Regret?
And we are resolved. We are resolved to steal in our government. We brought the government.
Do you regret what happened?
I don't regret. They will regret. And we are on the process.
It seems like you said against.
No, they will regret. They will have to bring the evidence because we own the foreign ministry now, right? Fine. Baka own the foreign ministry. We in control. So those stealing our donors need to come to the public. What are we waiting for? Yesterday we said the impeachment of Cabinet General was wrong by the past government. We stood up. Today, Joseph Baka was behind us. He said, oh, wrong. He was impeached illegally. The ECOWAS code rule that he must be reinstated or be paid off. Had that been done? Under the embarrassment, the disgrace that I use my resources and my family money to bring to power, but we're not sitting there alive happy. I don't play this or anything. I resolve. I'm in the opposition. If you got any activities anywhere, call me. I will be there. Thank you. Do not listen to people. Yeah, yesterday I said everything about you. Yesterday I said everything. You have my own better focus here. If I power around, my sister don't get food, I go to the day. Any food that I can eat it. Because I believe he can do nothing to me. He don't need nothing for me. I don't need nothing for him. Reality is we were in power now to do the right thing. So we are together. We are working together. 2 o'clock in the morning. Call me. They don't come where they don't hang the cookie jar already. But
Jelon always used to be with you.
Yeah, but you know the man later the soul cross on him.
Huh?
So the man hang the cookie jar. So let me say thank you. Let me say a big thank you to the CDC and to the ANC also. The ANC people made their presence felt here. And we are working together. On the queer here, you know, we were getting ready to deal with the chief of staff, but they took it off the hook. Yeah. They were going to bring out the like, it was so called one hour they were in the middle of the system. And let me say a big thing. And we are working together.
Have you signed the impeachment bill that was the
my man, my name is number 4.
If you eat kepa, gradually, my brother, tout smooth. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, tout smooth. Yeah, tout smooth.
Okay. So, folks, thanks for joining us tonight. It's another great day, another great way to start another edition of the Late Night Show. I want to say welcome to everyone tonight. Thanks for joining us across the world. It's gonna be firing. It's gonna be fascinating. It's gonna be engaging. Great conversation coming up. Listen, the best you can do right now is to go to your Facebook page, share the program, share the late night show, share the program in all of the chat rooms. If you CDC, share in the CDC chat room. If you're ANC guy, share in the ANC chat room. If you're UP, share in the UP chat room. Listen, it's gonna be a great conversation tonight. And I want to welcome everyone to the late night show, the late night politics on Spoon. Thanks for joining us. This is where we come with diverse views to discuss the national issues. We bring you the updates without fear or favor, and we discuss the issue, bearing in mind that the interest of our country comes first above all other things. All right. So welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. And let me just say this. I am dedicating this edition of the late night show to to someone who was very instrumental, who was there from the very start of my media journey, a big brother, a media colleague, um, someone who I shared platform with many days for so many years, from Fabric Radio on the morning show, The New Dawn, to the nighttime radio, to so many programs. A versatile media personality, someone who would do almost everything from sports commentating to sports analysis to DJing, the entertainment, news reporting, news presentation. And you want to talk about critical analysis, the political analysis on the talk show. We were hit by we were hit with the shocking news of his demise, Trojan Moleke Zulu. And it's a hard hit for the media lane space. Uh, I want to dedicate this edition of the late night show to him. Um, this is a big loss to not just his family, but to the media landscape, to all of us who crossed paths with him, to all of us who worked with him. This is a big loss. And with a heavy heart, and I want to dedicate this edition of the late night show to his memories. So, folks, I want to welcome everyone tonight. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here with us tonight. Let's hope we can have a great show. Let's hope we can have a great show. Let's hope we can we can have a great conversation tonight. Um, well, thanks to all of you for joining us tonight. Let's hope we can have a great conversation. And thanks for joining us. As usual, we're across radio land. We're across the internet. Spoon FM 107.5, Fabric 101.1, Super 95.5, and across the internet on Spoon FM, on 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 Facebook, Spoon TV on Facebook, Fabric TV and Super TV on YouTube, Spoon Talk Live. I want to welcome everyone. Thanks for being here tonight, man. Let's hope we can have a great show. Let me welcome everyone. I see the folks are joining in. Moba, thanks for joining us tonight. It's good to have you on. Let me bring our brother Anthony on. Anthony, thanks for joining us tonight. Our brother Josh Wither. Josh, thanks for coming on tonight. It's good to have you. I see Raymond Zeze. Raymond is here as well. Raymond, thanks for joining us tonight. We're gonna bring Bila and the rest of the crew on. It's gonna be a great show tonight, and I want to welcome everyone, man. Guys, thanks for joining us tonight. Let's hope we can have a great show. A lot is happening in Liberia. So many things happening across the country. We can maybe take the time to do our 1 minute opening, and we will as well go into the comment section. We'll go in the comment section and welcome the folks there. Can we maybe if you have a gadget on, you could
Yeah.
just maybe mute or lower the volume of the gadget so we don't get the kind of feedback we're getting. And yeah, so again, I want to welcome everyone and thanks for being here today. Let me bring Rudolph on as well. Um, yes. So let me just run through the comment section, then I'll come back to you guys to do your opening. I see said Kegwe is here. Said Kegwe, thanks for joining us. Our own sister Lofty Bono is here. Thanks for being here. Joseph Colley, thanks for joining us. Patricia Mamulu. Um, we appreciate you tonight. Freeman, Bintu Dukle, thanks for joining us. Our own dear brother Vakabin and Maju Toure is here tonight. Tommy Jr. has joined us. Bintu Dukle is here as well. Thanks for joining us. Charles Delan is here. Williet B. Morris, thanks for joining us. Hashim Famule said, thanks for being here. Jiba Sion, thanks for joining us. Mark Caparo, thanks for joining us. Victoria, I see Alex. Yeah, and everyone, thanks for joining us tonight. Let's hope we can have a great show. Let me go back on set. Let's do our opening, guys. A lot happening in the country. Representative Yekeh Kolobai complained of being attacked today, and following following his alarm, you saw a huge uh, delegation from the CDC paid him a visit, and the CDC Secretary General Jefferson Koji, you heard him say that um, they are going to ensure that the safety, the peace and security of the people will not be jeopardized. And he went on to express uh, some sympathy to the lawmaker for what happened. And the lawmaker, on the other hand, says he finally let it out today that he's in the opposition and they're going to remain in opposition. He said a lot of things about the previous administration yesterday, but that was in the name of politics. They are where they are. They're going to remain in the opposition, pushing the government's feet to fire, outlining a lot of things that were said about the previous administration yesterday that even he himself said. But he said it's in the past now. This upon this administration, since this government, the fought for, is in power to correct some of those wrongs that they spoke of yesterday. And yes, so the big question is Representative Yekeh Koloba in the is he still a member of the Rescue Alliance? Is he still in support of the ruling establishment, or are we seeing a Yekeh Koloba that has finally switched over to uh, the opposition? If so, why is he switching over? Um, can he make a significant impact as a lawmaker who is in support of the ruling establishment, or does the political strategy survive only in the opposition? His political strategy, the things he's saying, we're gonna make some analysis of some of the comments he made tonight as well. Good thing is that he did not rein inventives as usual like he would do in his most of his press conferences. So we're gonna take a look at that. The Ministry of Defense, Foreign Affairs, Finance of the Mano River countries, they kicked off a 2 day high level meeting in Morocco to discuss growing insecurity in the region, and to also talk about the cross border and ECOWAS biometric identification card. So there's a lot going on. Liberia is being represented there as well. And yes, the call, President Bakai, uh, there has been photos circulating on the social media. We woke up to this on Sunday about President Bakai having a conversation with Elon Musk. And since those photos started to surface, there has been lots of conversations around it. I saw a lot of people forwarded those photos to me asking, Nelson, that true? Our president talked with Elon Musk? Well, in no time, the foreign minister took to a social media handle to appreciate all of those who helped made it possible for them to have established the contact for the president to have the conversation. What did they talk about? Fostering he talked about the interest of the country. He highlighted the need for Elon Musk being someone who is in the tech space and a multi billionaire to invest in Liberia, the young people, and he made some commitment as well. So Liberians are looking forward to that. Well, the other side is that some of the folks are saying, "Oh, this is not real. This is AI. Is it possible for that image to be an AI? Is it an AI or an IA?" We'll talk about that tonight. So I want to welcome everyone. Interestingly, the set is full now. So we're going to rotate at some point along the line. So we have the conversation going tonight. But I want to welcome everyone. So we can start to do our opening now, beginning with you, Moba. Welcome, Moba. Anthony Gale, welcome. Josh Widow, welcome. Raymond Zeze, thanks for joining us tonight. Our brother Rudolph Bala, thanks for being here. Bila Soiree, Vasco Smo, Vakabina Magic Ray, thanks for being here. The PR par excellence. And let me welcome Francis as well. So let's have a conversation tonight.
Yeah.
Starting with you, Mike. I want us
Thank
to
you.
do actual 1 minute, and I really want us to stick within the 1 minute. You know.
Yeah. All right. No problem. Thank you, Nelson, and thank you to our listeners and my fellow panelists. I will go to the Yekeh Kolba issues, but I just want to debunk a lot of lies on the Minister of Public Works. When we come here to educate our people about our country, we need to come with facts, and also come here to say the truth. And when you say something, come with evidence.
So that your opening is doing so? You starting your opening?
My opinion, my opinion.
Okay.
The final minister, I mean the public work minister to them make it clear he never used 22 million on road. He said for 2 years project for the maintenance of all the roads in Liberia. Emphasize on one, either you say Grand Judah or Unenima, no. So we just want to make that clear so our people can understand, because a lot of lies been going around how the man used 22 million only on Grand Judah Road. And they don't even have facts. They just can't say it without evidence. And today the man came out and he make it clear on OKFN. And the evidence is there. The man said only knew 8 million. Only 8 million he used for pay and all the stuff. At the same time, the caterpillar and the people are working and stuff. So when you come here to talk, let us discuss the issue instead to lie without evidence. Thank you, Nelson.
Thank you very much. Anthony, your 1 minute, sir. Your opening.
Good evening to all of you guys. Where our sisters, they are not available. It was going to be good to have them here tonight, but I want to join you, Nelson. My heart goes out to the family of the fallen journalist, big brother. I also used to follow him religiously. That news hit me hard as well. So my condolences to the family. My heart goes out to them, and may God comfort you in the time of bereavement. Here, I'm excited to be here tonight to have discussion relating to our national issues. Want to keep it very professional. Want to keep it very, succinct. Want to keep it very, welcoming, tolerant. Dissenting views are allowed. We are not enemies. We just have different political perspective, alignment, and so on and so forth. But Liberia is bigger than every one of us. So I look to a spirited conversation tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 1 minute exact. Josh, your opening.
Oh, thank you, guys. Look, when death strikes, it's a stark reminder to us that we need to leave footprints for our children and for our children's children. And it's I was shocked yesterday when I got the news that the real Ronaldo has, hang his boots, and has gone to rest. It's a sad time, but I think we should take comfort in his ability, to have inspired a lot of people, and we want to say good night to him. Yes, then it comes to the main reason we are here. Um, Look, I've never taken Yekeh Koluba seriously. Even during his opposition to the CDC, I knew everything he was doing was politics until very recently. There was just one statement that I listened to that he said. He said after the election had been won, um, he went to see the current president, and what the current president told him made him to be really depressed and
Okay.
turn him around. The
1 minute
president.
exhausted.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Raymond, let's have your opinion, Raymond.
It's always a pleasure being here where we all have an opportunity to speak to the issues happening in our country and speak to our people. And Spoon Network keeps providing this opportunity. So we keep coming every day because our heart is back home. And so I want to use this opportunity to speak to every Liberian. You know, social media has become a very toxic place for a lot of us Liberians. And to an extent, when I see posts that we make daily, I understand how much corruption and poverty have affected us. So we all are aware and kind of conscious about what's going on here. But I want to let us know that what social media has become today, that every post we ever make is like we're making a statement in an archive.
Mm,
And some of the statements we make will define who we are 1,000 years after. Our great grandchildren and the generation to come will get to know us through these statements because
Thank you.
they're never going to go away. So let's be
1 minute
conscious when we make statement that we mean it. We should not play to the tune of politics
Thank you,
and
Raymond.
pin our picture that will last for 1,000 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Raymond. 1 minute exhausted. Rudolph, let's hear you. Your opinion, sir.
Yes, good evening to all of us on here tonight and to our fellow listeners. I had a very good weekend actually. I was at the wedding ceremony of one of my big brothers and friends, Musa Kaba. Let me use this platform to say a huge congrats to him and his beloved wife, Roberta Kaba. But to the issue, it is always good being on here. I mean, mostly when we have a full panel, it gets heated. But in the midst of heat, I mean, we learn and we get to also unlearn some things. So yes, I look forward to a good conversation tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bila Soiree, it's been a while. Thanks for being on tonight. Your 1 minute opinion, sir.
And thank you. Let me begin by saying good evening to each and everyone on here tonight, and those that are following. I would like to appreciate all of you guys all of the time to share. Like I can always say, so the information we give here should go out there. But basically, it's a unique thing to be on set with great guys. I mean, people that have impacted Liberia direct and indirectly. And basically, I always say to myself, you will not know what you're doing in life if you go out there, people praise you on the trend of the positive paths that you always taking, coming out to discuss issues of concern. It's a very good thing. And sorry to the press, Trojan was one of the unique journalists that I used to glue to my radio all of the times. And to listen to, and one time back and forth we had a and share a conversation like he was giving certain analysis, and I went against that analysis. But when I make my five family, I went on later to apologize to him, knowing that he was on the part of giving good analysis on that business issue. So when I heard his demands yesterday, I was like, that's life for us. But sorry to the president, including you, nursing. I want to say to a family, take heart. That's life. It is part of life.
Thank you.
We are sorry by love. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Vasco. So we're gonna rotate. We're gonna bring Sandy in to do his opening as well. But Vasco, you can go ahead. So let's repeat. Anybody they curse or cash you going.
No,
Go ahead, Vasco.
let me say hi to you guys and hi to those that are listening to us through the radio and those that are watching us on Facebook and YouTube. I mean, today, my heart go up to Honorable Yekeh Koluba. What I witnessed today is a very terrible start, which of course we know that the President Boaga police, at this early age of time, we know the record of Boaga police. We know the life that the
Vasco,
number.
what is Waka police in this whole thing again? What
Let's see,
which police do you
the man is the commander in chief of the country. He command every group in that country. AFL police whatsoever. Let's see, the police don't have any good record since Boaga came to power. And we all can attest to the police went to King John and kill people. The police just kill an innocent child. They feel they in rehab. And they went last night to kill people to Honorable Yekeh place. Maybe because District 10, identical place just in the height of they set it down there so they managed to escape and they stole the people thing, they brutalized people. Nobody saying that they who know what they went there for.
Thank you.
So today's a sad day. But I know we still got more to
Thank you, Vasco. Thank you, sir. Ture, you want to come in?
Yeah, good evening, the panelists. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are. Yeah, it's a sad time. Obviously, my heart goes out to Yekeh Zulu, his family, colleagues, all those that he impacted throughout his time on this earth. Death is definitely inevitable, and every soul shall taste death. I think that's the bottom line, man. But look, Nelson, look, there are good things happening in the country. Yekeh on his temper tantrum again. I mean, you couldn't have gotten it any better. The situation with Elon Musk, obviously, I really thought that was some Photoshop going on until I saw it on the executive mansion. That in fact, that was a phone call. I would have, have it another way. Maybe having the president in his, home or maybe in his office. Should have that kind of, conversation. But then, Elon Musk, American guy, they don't really care about, any sort of, diplomacy or anything like that. He can, if he actually look at him, he was actually standing up. If you actually look at it, so I mean, these guys can call anytime and have any conversation anywhere. He'll probably walk in one of his, warehouses, if you will, when he plays that call. So when I thought about that, I was like, there's nothing wrong there. But definitely, I would have definitely done it in a different way. Remo, man, that Texas is fire, bro.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Francis, and then we take Sandy.
Yeah, good morning to our folks in Liberia. Good evening to my fellow panelists. It's good to be here to talk about Liberia. We all have one common denominator, regardless of which side of the aisle you find yourself. We all want to see the best for Liberia, but we just have different way of going there. My brother Ture, wherever President Boaga is, in his car, in his backyard, he is working. So he doesn't have to be in the Oval Office or the executive mansion to take phone calls. He works anywhere unless he's sleeping. That's what our president does. So all the Shaka Kedi that I want to say and make fun of other things, probably work wherever he want to work. But especially when it comes to Yekeh Koluba, you guys know I don't miss words with Yekeh Koluba. But if there were any foul play or whatever, nobody should be physically attacked or attacking any citizen of Liberia. So I strongly condemn that. But I know we'll get into it. But for me, I said District Number 10, Montserrat County. I hope you all listening to what he said today. The man has no backbone, no standpoint. He go with the wind. Wherever the wind blows, he's an opportunist. So if you think that he's there for y'all, no, he's there for his pocket. He know the legislature is a cash cow. So he will do whatever he can do to remain there, but nothing he will bring to District Number 10. So y'all be careful for 2029. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So Sandy, you can do your opening finally.
Well, Nelson, thank you for bringing me on, and hopefully you can bring the brother back on once I'm done with my opening.
Yeah, we're
So
gonna
maybe,
rotate. Yeah.
okay, well, thank you for that. Guys, it's good to be here with you guys. I first want to start here tonight by congratulating your crown brother, Brother Gibson Myers, who has completed a very major project in Zwedru City, a resort, beautiful resort. I shared a picture with you guys. We always want to encourage Liberians in the diaspora and everywhere to go back home and invest. It would take Liberians to build Liberia. So Brother Gibson Myers, never met him, don't know him, haven't spoken with him, but I just saw it and I felt that I needed to say something on this public forum tonight. And congratulations, Brother Gibson Myers. Liberian students or those that want to go to college, start getting into technology, information technology, the health sciences. The call that we got between the president and Elon Musk. It may be in the president's car, Elon Musk may be standing in his t-shirt, don't overlook it. That's how major investment comes to country. I want to congratulate the president and those who organized that meeting. It may be brief, it may be unprofessional to some people, but to have reached Elon Musk, a multi-billionaire into technology, is a good sign for Liberia. I'm not saying that he's bringing his company tomorrow to Liberia, but I'm saying it's a good sign. And we hope that Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and others can see reason to invest in Liberia, So it's a good call. And I look forward to a great show tonight.
It's a good call, great conversation, great way to start the show tonight. And a lot is happening. We're gonna go to the Yekeh Koluba conversation, the CDC, and all of that. We're gonna end up the entire show from that angle. But I want us to start with this call. Look, the other day it was the president in a photo with Dangote, the richest man in Africa. Dangote. That photo circulated for some time, and I became concerned. So many Liberians were concerned, but most times when these photos surface on the social media, we look at it, we analyze those photos from different perspectives, and sometimes it depends on where you sit, the lens you want to use to analyze that particular photo or what have you. And then next thing is, and I know a lot of people say Mahama is not that multi-billionaire. He's not close to being the richest man in Africa. Well, again, an influential businessman giving the country 20 police vehicles and other things. And then the next thing we know is that the president is on the call. Then this photo surfaced on social media where the president is on the call with this multi-billionaire. Now, at the end of the day, everything will have an update, and it depends on where you sit. It gets to a point where someone may say it is happening more because of the updates. You want to prove a point that you didn't, the previous administration didn't do it, and now you're doing it. Every single administration that has come to power have always promised the Liberian people, including President George Weah, that look, we're going to bring investment. President George Weah is connected with lots of people. He's a soccer icon. He's well connected. He put Liberia on the map, and he's going to bring people who have what it takes to uplift the country. That's what we heard. Oh, President Boakai has been in this position. He's been serving as vice president for 12 years. He has a face, and he's going to bring people to the country who have what it takes to uplift the country. Dangote right here, great conversation. Imagine did not say in detail what the conversation was. Next thing, um, uh, Elon Musk in this photo, great call going on. They're talking about technology, the future of the young people, and how they can explore opportunity. Now, is it for the optics? We're going 6 months into this administration. Good thing is that today marks exact 6 months since this government was inaugurated. And we're going to start this conversation from right here. Is this something that shows George, you have to come back. George, you have to come back so we start this conversation. Maybe we're going to start with George. Is this in any way a sign that Liberia is on the rise? Should Liberians in Bogongile, Liberians in Lake Piso, Liberians all the way on under the Wallagisi Mountain be celebrating now that they have a president who is connecting the country to people who have influence and resources that can bring about the necessary transformation? Is this a new day for Liberia? Is this new in the first place? Should Liberians be celebrating this? I mean, let's start the conversation from here. We're going to take Anthony first, and then we'll go around the table. We're going in no specific order. Bida Swari, we're going to bring you in shortly, but let's start with Anthony.
Nelson, great conversation. Look, I've always said, and the other day we did not have the opportunity to discuss electricity.
Mm-hmm.
In this 21st century technological economy, you cannot do anything without electricity.
So Anthony, sorry, you're making your input. Everyone will have 2 minutes to go around the table.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah,
I didn't even know what time I had.
Yeah.
So yeah, the technological economy I was talking about, the driver of that technological economy is electricity.
Mm-hmm.
It cannot function. There is no industry that you can run without electricity. And the other day we saw the impact and the power behind technology when Microsoft had that issue. Planes were grounded, reservations were canceled, and so many other things happened.
Yeah.
There is no sector today that can function without technology. So the president talking to Dangote, talking to Elon Musk, the rest of the other folks, it's a good thing. Should we celebrate? No. We should be excited? Yes. We should be hopeful? Yes. Celebration? I won't say that. Why? Because Liberia need to invest into electricity. Reliable source of power is key to any developmental agenda in the 21st century technological economy.
So Anthony, are you saying that because Liberia does not have electricity, so this is something that doesn't worth celebrating?
The world celebration is too strong. We should be excited that he's having conversation with meaningful investors, serious-minded people. Yes, but I want to see this president addressing the issue of electricity head-on, because for investors to come to Liberia, they need electricity and they need to see security. These two things very important, because look, it will create jobs. The United States, if you can look this up, don't take my word for it, $38 million was allocated for broadband connectivity in Liberia by the Biden administration. Go on the Warehouse Doc of Africa, you will see that. The Biden administration already signed a document for $38 million for broadband connectivity across the length and breadth of Liberia. So whoever the president is can get that money. So Bwaka is in a better position of getting that money, of getting that resources, and connecting with these people. It will be a plus for Liberia.
Now, finally, then we go over to Josh, and then we're going to take Raymond. What you see here, the president in the conversation was Dangote. Very influential businessman.
Absolutely.
I mean,
he's building
investment wise, he has the potential to help boom the Liberian economy. Next thing is the president is in a conversation with a multi-billionaire They're talking about the tech space. They're talking
Yes.
about technology. That how much of an impact, how much of a need a country like Liberia is to have some level of investment in that sector.
So
Is there any hope?
So
We're talking about this in 6 months of this administration.
That's a good thing. If you sit in a Tesla and drive a Tesla, you don't want to get out of the Tesla. I have an opportunity of doing so, right? And the market for Tesla is booming like crazy right now. And before Tesla used to charge the battery for about 3 to 4, 5 hours. Tesla now to charge it is about 30 minutes. The same time an iPhone would take to be charged fully. It's the same time you can charge the battery. It will take you, when you use a Model 3, it will take you about 255 miles before you can charge it. So connecting with these people is a good thing. But we should not celebrate. We should be excited. We should, welcome the idea. But celebration is too far-fetched because you gotta slow down now.
Let's take George. George, go ahead. Let's hear your take on this issue.
Oh, thank you, Nelson. And I'll be very quick because I don't want you to cut me off mid, my point making. So, Nelson, I just want to take us to the record. Our current president signed 19 MOUs in South Korea. And then he signed another 10 in the US when he went there for the investment. All of these MOUs and agreement he signed have never come to fruition. We don't know where they are. Nothing has happened. 6 months down the line, right? And we are here rejoicing because he had a telephone conversation with Elon Musk and also Dangote. Look, we know that he's friends with these people, or he's not even friends with them. I think the foreign minister put in contact with Elon Musk, and whatever happens. But look, what has happened since he has come to power? What has he brought with his connections? Because look, he said to us he was going to get down working from day one. We've gone 6 months in his administration. 6 months, not 30 days. 6 months into his administration. He signed 19 MOUs in South Korea. He signed 10 in the US when he went there. What has come to Liberia since? What have we realized? Nothing. Look, I think the president, he ain't finished now from signing these MOUs. He's now on the phone. When his battery finishes, then of course we'll move to something else. Because all the MOU that he signed, nothing has come to fruition. We haven't seen anything happen. Now he's going to telephone conversation and sitting down with these people. Look, Nelson, we understand that somebody gave us 20 vehicles for the police. Somebody gave us 2 generators for our airport. Nelson, we are going to pay heavily for these things. These things are not free. These people are business people. They want something in return. And unless Liberia will start to prioritize our own resources to make sure that our resources work for us, everything we're going to be doing is to exploit our own resources, because these people will take our resources cheap because of these things that they're going to be getting.
So George, are you saying in short that Liberians should not celebrate this? Well, the president has sits with Mark Zuckerberg or whoever and have whatever conversation is not worth celebrating. As much as we don't see those individuals coming to Liberia, the tangibles on ground, Liberians should not celebrate.
Nelson, look, we deal with things according to the track records. I just made connections to my final statement that said this president went to South Korea. He signed 19 agreements, MOUs, right? He has spent almost 3 months after that. There's not even a sign of anything coming to fruition. He went to US prior to that time. He went to US and signed 10 MOUs. Nothing has come to fruition. We haven't seen anything. Guess what money he spent? $1.5 million on the trips. And guess what has come back to Liberia? Nothing. And then he sits in a car on the phone speaking to Elon Musk, and then we'll be excited about it, right? Elon Musk and I, we are friends on Twitter. I can talk to him as well if I want to write him a text message or anything. I don't know, you ought to call him though. But guess what? I don't see why my brother.
No. You said you might not be able to do what? You might not be able to do what?
I can call him, he might not answer my call because he doesn't know me. You get what I
Following
mean?
me, you're not a friend.
And that's where it gets interesting.
I'm shocked that my brother Anthony want us to be excited. I don't think that those photos worth the page they were placed on to help people to look at them. Because guess what? Nothing is going to come from these things. Nothing has come. The same
Thank
thing
you.
they used to talk about aspiration. It's an aspiration, and I don't think we should be excited. What we should tell this president, use our resources to build our nation and don't depend on handouts because they're not going to help us.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you.
It's going to help us. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. I want us to hold you there and bring Raymond in a bit. Then we're gonna bring Morba in right after Raymond. Raymond, let's get your take on this. The president, 6 months into this administration, we are seeing these photos surfacing on social media. Some Liberians are celebrating it, while others say we should not celebrate till we start to see the tangibles.
So let me use this bit time in the bit to express myself, hopefully, and cover all of the issues.
Mhm.
Well, any presidency or leader that can inspire hope is leading his or her people into despair. And thank God this presidency is inspiring hope in Liberians. And what do I mean by that? This GNB-led government is moving at a pace much faster than the CDC and all the naysayers can anticipate. So what they're going to do, they're going to add a spin to anything positive and try to motivate their base in bitterness and hate. But you know how you will know your hater? Anytime God bless you, the person who will talk the loudest in the negative that your hater. So Liberian people, we all praying for development. We all praying for progress for our country. But all the signs that should make anybody excited, anybody who get angry at it, you know that they're nothing but haters. And it's time for us to know the sheep from the wolf and put them in a different category. Look, Elon Musk, that is worth more than $221 billion. When you start having a conversation with such a person, that's a huge prospect. Aliko Dangote, an icon in Africa for progress and development. When you start having a conversation with such a person, that's an enormous prospect. Memorandum of Understanding as statement of intent, they are not bounding. Is to indicate that two serious people are engaging into a discussion on doing something positive. In the fine lines, the details, the clauses, it's a negotiation process. And each person is bargaining for the best prospect for themselves. And when two business people engage in that kind of discussion, it takes a while. But the fight in 6 months, this presidency is engaging in numerous intention, speaks volume. For me, that's the kind of presidency I pray to God for. And thank God, in my time, I am seeing such actions taking place. And we even talk about the optics. He's in his car. He's driving. We don't know where his occasion. But that time period where he's driving, he's doing the people baiting. JMB is doing the Liberian people baiting. That tells us he's a president that is working overtime. He's a president that's putting in the hours. He's a president that has full his sleeve and is ensuring that things change. He's not laying back. He's not in Jamaica Lodge playing Lulu. He's not in the studio making music. He's not dancing the Buka dance. He's making progress that the Liberian people will yield the fruit. And the indicators, in these 60 days, we got yellow machines in our country on gentleman agreement. Trusting him and investors bringing in their stuff. We've seen 20 vehicles. We've seen generators that Liberia have never owned before. I want to let you all know we have never owned a Caterpillar-sized machine in our country ever for free.
Thank you, Raymond. Thank you. You know, I want to come to you more back. You know, because there's this photo I'm trying to put up where Elon Musk is laughing. There's a big smile on his face. You know, we have to look at this thing from all angles. This conversation is going on, and Oh no. Okay. So Moba, come in. I'm gonna bring the rest of the photos. But at the end of the day, should Liberians be celebrating because of what is happening? Does this in any way indicate that there's hope for the young people of this country? That there's hope for Liberia, thousands of Liberians who trooped in to cast their votes on that fateful day of the 17th of November? Is this administration, 6 months into this administration, are there signs that Liberia is going to rise again? That this country is going to gain her place once more amongst nations? Let's hear you.
Thank you, Nelson. Thank you very much. Nelson, if I can remember of like any or on the panel tonight can remember whatever. I mean, like what time in our history any president ever talked to a multi-billionaire to bring investment in our country. I want for anybody, like anybody can talk, anybody can say, oh, the person, and they can justify it. Multi-billionaire like Mr. Mark. The thing is, Nelson, let us be real, right? Anthony laid it right. For me, right? For me, my own take on the whole issue would be electricity. If the government can prioritize electricity, I think there will be more investors, because anybody who want to invest in a country, first of all, they look at the president. They look at who that man is. They look at his character. They ain't that going say, oh, let me get made a president. They go, no. They look at his character. And you can see how that investor was smiling with the president, with Joseph Yekeh, the president of the Republic of Liberia. It's all on social media. So that, like, that alone can tell you that Liberia is on a red path. Look, let me tell you, for every million step, it starts with one step. You can just jump from 1 to millions. So for Joseph Yekeh to be talking with investors, to be talking with people who can help our country, who can transform the life of Liberians. Look at Dangote. We know who Dangote is in Africa. Africa's most richest man than him. No one get money compared to him. He get a lot. So if Joseph Yekeh identify himself with those people, I think Liberians.
No, but since you're talking about identify, right? Let's go back a little. Former President George Weah had a lot of friends. Didier Drogba, for example, came to this country. All right, the president's friend, the former president's friend was how do you call him? The French president, Emmanuel Macron, and all those people. I mean, at the very early stage of his administration, he went to France, he came back with some goodies.
Emmanuel Macron not billionaire, he's just a president. Like, he's not a businessman, he's just a president. Like,
no, but what I'm trying to say, that the point I'm trying to bring across is, how is that different from what we are seeing now?
Because Emmanuel Macron will not invest in Liberia. He's a president. I say he's a private person. Then we'll say yes. But when you go to when you go to the investor who Joseph Yekeh talk, that man is a multi-billionaire. I'm looking at the man profile myself. I call Nelson. They make up money.
Drink a cup of tea. Drink a cup of coffee. We're going to come back to you. Right? Drink a cup of coffee.
Nelson, the money the man get. If even the man decide to help Liberians, let's say probably try to invest in Liberia, I think the only thing our government need to try on to prioritize is current. They gotta work on it, because at the end of the day, every investor, look, let me conclude by saying that, Nelson, there are 3 things every investor like to see in the country, at least to invest: road, electricity, and security. If you get those things, Nelson, you know what? You open for investors. You'll find out that a lot of people want to invest in that country, because when you go to the roads, you got connection. You understand? When you go to electricity, you got because there's like Anthony said, there is no way the 21st century we're living in, you'll carry a company that will survive without electricity. Every company needs electricity. So I think the only thing the government, the president need to work on is electricity. And I think we're on the right path. We won't listen to haters. Because we know end of the day, let me conclude, Nancy. End of the day.
Yeah, but your time is up, Moba. Your time is up.
No,
Sorry.
No problem.
Time is up. Yeah. we want to hold you there, and we're going to come to the rest of the panelists here now. But I want to read just one paragraph from what the president said and one paragraph from what Elon Musk said during that very important meeting they held. And this is important. I'm reading from the Executive Mansion, the E-Mansion Facebook page. So where are we? Okay, let me take what the president said. What the president said. President Barker highlighted the importance of such engagement, noting that it serves as an opportunity for relationship building and long-term mutually beneficial outcomes. The president also emphasized the significance of technology to the youthful generation of Liberia, as well as key sectors, noting that the need for collaboration and helping in the service delivery sector for Liberia, for Liberia. During the discussion, this is what Elon Musk said. Mr. Musk emphasized the significance of the Starlink program, a satellite internet constellation operated by Starlink service with coverage of 80 countries, and articulated his support for driving initiatives related to education and healthcare. He underscored the potential impact of internet connectivity in empowering rural communities and driving progress in vital sectors. Where are we? Expressing genuine optimism, President Barker conveyed his confidence that the engagement with Elon Musk on the margins of Liberia's 177 celebration serves as a gift to the nation, underscoring a commitment to nurturing a positive and enduring relationship. I mean, I want to come to Ture. Ture, this is where we are. The conversation. This is not something that just happened overnight. This was a meeting. It means that Elon Musk being a very busy person, President Barker himself being very busy, the connection was made. Both parties were able to set aside a time that they will be free. They planned for this discussion ahead of time. The world richest man allotting portion of his 24 hours to talk to the Liberian president. What does that mean for a country like Liberia?
It means a lot.
Take on this one.
It means a lot, Nelson. I don't know what Anthony is talking about. We should be excited, but we shouldn't celebrate. Anthony, we should celebrate, bro. Let me tell you guys this. We had this conversation with the president meeting with the South Korean, right? And everybody said, oh, blah, blah. Let me tell you guys, these wealthy people, they got their own chat room where they can go sit and be talking. I said this thing the last time. I said, look, any opportunity to social network by just being a mix of influential people, that is a blessing in itself, right? There's an Elon Musk guy that just woke up one morning, he said he want to buy Twitter, put $44 billion on Twitter because he felt like Twitter was censoring free speech, right? So this guy can change your fortune anytime. Let's see, I said this thing, right? So if we're talking about, it is not a coincidence that on one hand, Ambassador Barker, President Barker is in a mix of Dan Cote, the richest man on the continent, of our continent. Then on the other hand, he's literally on a FaceTime with the richest man in the world. That is not a coincidence. There's something called grace. There is something called professionalism. Look, let me tell you, professionalism attracts, okay? People with grace attracts grace, right? Blessing, right? Attracts blessing. Look, the continent, go on a limb right now. How many African presidents have Elon Musk spoken to? I'll wait because I've done my research. No. You know what I'm saying? look, we can come here and try to politicize things and try to do it like this, but when something like this of a profound proportional, right, where a president of a struggling nation, a nation of absolutely everything depleted, void of any sort of nuance, right, of technology, but can have an opportunity to speak with the giant of Silicon Valley. Do you know what that is? I don't know what Anthony and George talking about. And I know you guys got something in your heart to say, but the other side in you cannot give you that courage to speak through the power. But this is great. This is a great news. Just the fact that the people even on the phone with Elon Musk, that is a great blessing for our country, because it sends something of a new dawn.
Thank you.
Because this is the thing, and Nelson, when President George Manuel was president, and this is not anything against President George Manuel, but we all knew where President George Manuel limitations were, right? And we knew the kind of caliber of people the president, Sarkozy, Didier Drogba, Samuel Eto'o, Arsene Wenger, right? These were the people that were in the president's circle, all right? But you have a statement, the Ambassador Joseph Nimo Baga, President of the Republic of Liberia, right? The man who said, he's on battery, you know what I'm saying? Some people say the president have surpassed his time, but yet this guy is attracting people that can change Liberia fortune, people that can bring investment that will change the whole economic situation of the country.
Right.
That is huge. We should
appreciate
that. We should pray for more, because on one hand, you're talking to Danko the wealthiest man in Africa.
Am I muted?
You talking to Elon Musk. That's me, bro.
Thank you very much, Ture. I have to hold you there. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. We're gonna subtract 30 seconds from your time on the next talking point. But this is interesting. I want to hear from you, Rudolph, and then we're going to move to Francis, Cindy, because we have to move to our next talking point. Representative Yekeh Kolubai is raising some serious issues. The CDC is speaking out. Is about to get heated. But let's hear from you on this one quickly, Rudolph.
Nelson, tonight I find myself strangely agreeing with Anthony to an extent when he spoke about electricity. These are good meetings to be held, but then we should understand, we need a foundation for these things to come, and that foundation is just electricity. That is like the fulcrum of the fulcrum of development right now, and we have to pay much attention to that. But how be it? Elon Musk's Starlink is in over 21 countries in Africa right now. Even the country that we always talk about when we are speaking about Liberia or Rwanda, they are there right now, right? So, and maybe it will be shocking, but this thing did not just start this year. It started doing it when Mr. Weah was in power. So then my question would be, what stopped him from having these conversations? One could say maybe it's because of lack of integrity. So they tried, but they did not succeed. Or one could say they just did not care. So there were no efforts made. One could speculate. But Nelson, I think we ought to celebrate. We ought to be excited about this, because that's Elon Musk, my guys. It's not just anybody. That's Elon Musk. And back to the, somebody spoke about why he was in his car. Even the president of the US works from his car. He has meetings in his car. That is just to tell you how conscious JMB is, that the moment he leaves his house, or the moment he wakes up from bed, he starts to work for us, right? And I have one. I have just one downside about this. And guys, you guys may not agree with me, but that's just strictly politics, right? looking at Elon Musk, he is one of the businessmen that is very engraved into politics. We follow his comments, we follow his engagement with the U.S. politics and even African politics. So Africa to a larger extent, because that's where he was born, and he went to high school and even college over there. But Nelson, I feel like, because I am somebody who is very enthusiastic about global politics, right? I think the timing, I don't think it is I don't think it's the best timing. Looking at the fact that the U.S. is just about to go to go to elections, looking at Elon Musk's ties to the other side, and looking at the fact
You
that
mean to Russia?
no, in the U.S. politics now.
To Trump.
Elon Musk have a
Okay.
side. I just didn't want to say the name, but looking at how he is vocal with his politics, right? And looking at the fact that the U.S. is
Again,
our biggest, I come here, Nelson, I come here. Looking at the fact that the U.S. is our biggest foreign partner. I think we should have waited a bit until after this election, so then we can, make the move. But yet, that's just from a place of politics. That's it.
thank you.
Well,
Thank you very much.
I am excited.
Again, someone may say that was purely business, but again, it gets to a point where it's difficult to separate business from politics. But let's take Francis. Francis, let's hear you on this, and then we can take Sandy.
Yeah, I will just quickly disagree with my brother Rudolph quickly. There's no bad timing. Elon Musk is a businessman. He's an independent thinker. He's in Ukraine, where Ukraine uses technology that he tried to take away from them. There was a big part of the thing about because Russia going into Ukraine. Elon Musk do whatever he want to do. He's a businessman. But they think ahead. They think ahead. Especially when you're opposition, it can really hurt. Our brother George said, he said running around with the team. People can do anything for free. We agree. People can do anything for free. So they get 20 police car, they get 2 generators, but that free thing there. That does not mean our president should get anybody anything for free or get our country to the people. They want something, they will come. They will make a deal. If it's good for our country, hopefully our user lawmaker them will not sell our country. They will do it. But that generator, those 2 generators and the 20 car, that free Malabribo. Don't let them lie to you. In the beginning, I said we all want to see better for our country, but we don't want to approach it. I take that statement back. They're so indoctrinated the court that they are in. Regarding a judge we are, is throwing our country into the sea, the boundless pit of the sea. The fact that he won't be president, they will do anything or say anything to make him president. The people are so worried right now. They are so worried that President Barack is doing something. That Barack says 6 more or remade, he couldn't face the road to the southeast. They put in pregnant women that were dying in the mud. President Barack in 6 more. People can drive to Grand Chile and other places. Imagine what will happen in 6 years. So if my people know what's happening now, they're shaking in their boots. They say, the people coming to do something here will be history in 2029. Because I also in our stronghold, even though we stop the ballot passage that we still couldn't win anything, they're not the public doing anything. They put people on the drive to Moroville. They'll be on the drive to Sandy College. They'll be on the drive to other places. The pregnant women will not die in the mud. What thing will go tell them in 2029 for them to vote for us? So you see the hatred, the greed, the ugliness. That's what coming
20
out.
seconds.
Nothing. That's what coming out. The people that don't like the country, my people. But and Elon Musk, we shouldn't celebrate, I agree. We should be excited. But one thing I will say for sure, not all fruit will bear in the same year. Even if that doesn't come to fruition under President Barack administration, that's something that can bear fruit in the next administration, which is good for the country. Anything that happens now will be better for the country, regardless if it happens with President Barack or not. Thank you.
Thank you. Sandy, let's hear you on this one quickly.
Nelson,
we're going to give you 20 seconds. Yeah, go ahead.
you can hear me, correct?
Yeah, Sandy, go ahead.
Nelson, when some of us came into Liberian politics, or we came on this show and started advocating for other candidates outside of, besides President Weah, was that we believe strongly that those candidates will have some level of reputation and that people outside of our country, business people outside of our country will see reason to link with them. I am
tired seeing presidents going after AIDS. I am tired seeing presidents running after other presidents for help. I want to see our leaders going after top business individuals, draw them to country to make investment, major investments. Paul Kagame of Rwanda, he is one of the presidents that is against aid. He speaks against aid publicly. His reliance, business leaders, like folks like Elon Musk. That's what he relied on. He engaged those people, encouraged them to go to his country and invest bigly. Nothing, you know, I was in Liberia. I couldn't work well in Liberia because of internet issue. It was you that helped me to work for those 3 days through your office. Why couldn't I just go somewhere in my house, put down my computer, just put the internet password in and work? Do you know that when you just land, when I landed, I was having that issue in your face right there in Monrovia. When I got to Rwanda, all I needed to do at my Airbnb was just to put in the password. They have strong internet services there. Starlink. It was Elon Musk that took that service there. I do not know the content of the conversation between President Boakai and Musk, or between President Boakai and Dangote. But it is a good sign that our leader is reaching out to top business individuals that have extensive records of investing in Africa and transforming lives across Africa. I think that's commendable. It is our hope that during those meetings with Musk or Dangote, the president truly engaged them and spoke with them on issues that would benefit Liberia. I must agree with our brother Anthony on the issue of electricity. I am praying that Liberia will have stable electricity. It is important that we have stable electricity. Let me end on this. The reason all of your old men, you go to Rwanda, waiting there. Just say I've disclosed my reason of going to Rwanda. I work for a very large managed care organization.
You want me to say the reason here? You want me to say the reason now?
Let me say for myself.
I want to hear.
You want to say the real reason that you want
Let
to
me say it for myself. I work for a very large managed care organization. Nelson, do you know that we have a branch? We just opened a branch last year in Rwanda. We have a branch in India and other parts of Europe, South America. And we sit here in America. We interact with those people there. They work for us there. They get paid US dollar working there. Do you know why? They have stable electricity. They have stable internet. Liberians have smart young people. Let's improve the electricity. Let's improve the internet. That company that I work for and many other companies that want to outsource their resources, their employment, then Liberians start to benefit too.
Thank you.
It's a good thing. Hopefully, it will yield something major for Liberia.
Thank you very much. Let's take Bila, and then we're going to transition to our next talking point with Representative Yekeh Koluba, the attack, the comment from the CDC, and everything that's happening now. Go ahead, Bila.
Look, a very good conversation. And let me appreciate Cindy for that strong analysis. But basically, I want to start like this. And
take your time, Bila. Take your time.
I want to come from a different angle where I want to give this simple analysis. You know, it is usual that when you don't have a friend, maybe a rich friend, and your friend have a rich friend, you will not know the benefit of having a rich friend. Somebody talk about being excited and happy. And Anthony, you start a very good analysis when you talk about the issue of electricity. But at a certain point in time, you want us to be excited. Excitement can well. You don't want us to celebrate. We should just be excited in our cool mood that death come upon. But I want us to understand one thing. When you go to school and on the point of getting some level of promotion, what tells you that you're about to get promotion? It is from your grade. The basic grade you score in school actually tell you that you're about to make a progress in life or that aspect of schooling. So we about to make a progress. Since it's not like that, somebody talk about integrity. We supported this president during the second terms, and we talk about him being integrity. People having some level of repetition for him out there. Those are things that you see coming to light. You're talking about Elon Musk, and somebody said he had a side in the American politics. A man who said he's going to be getting 40 million a month to just a political party. That person.
Peter?
Miguel Love.
Let me need
The
Starlink.
mega law, when you make it.
That man needs Starlink.
And the reason why we be telling you,
He needs
you get
Starlink in America.
we'll be telling you, I don't want to listen.
But
So the
the way the internet
Give
help
me
me.
20 seconds, please,
Nelson, can I
Nelson.
take 20 seconds?
Give me 20 seconds.
No,
Don't
no,
let
guys,
please, Nancy, I need to
listen,
say something,
as
please.
soon as we
Yeah,
start to
Pastor
do
Boy.
20 seconds, as soon as we start to do 20 seconds, trust me, we'll not go to the next
I want
talking
to
point.
clarify something.
Because
My man,
20
you bring that point,
seconds,
Benin East side, they're leading on you today.
Vasco, please go ahead quickly. Is that Vasco temper with Suarez internet? The guy was going fine till Vasco came in the background. But go ahead quickly, Vasco. Your 2 minutes.
Yeah, Nancy, I've been listening to you guys, but I mean, it's a pity for us to sit here and be discussing fake phone call. And I say fake. I know y'all come after me. Because some of the information we're getting about that call.
But wait, George, your brother is making analysis, and you bent over like, are you in disagreement with him or what?
I'm following him. I'm
No,
following
no,
him.
the
I'm in agreement with him.
expression doesn't say well. You know, the expression doesn't
speaking
say
for me.
well
He's speaking for me.
because it's like.
Go ahead, Vasco. Go ahead, Vasco.
First of
I got
all,
your back.
Go ahead, Vasco.
Sarah Beslow, the foreign minister, after that photo came out, she posted. She was boasting that she made a connection for the president to speak with her identical person. After a few minutes, she deleted the post. She took it down. And she even posted that was a fake page. So what do you want for us to say? Will agree to you people that identical screenshot you're looking at? You look on Facebook yesterday, everybody doing the same old thing. Look, technology this time is completely different. And I think what the president should be doing now to fire all the people that even getting the phone, to put the phone in your hand. Nancy, technology can make it. I can be talking. I can be talking with Cindy that day, but
I come in, Vasco. Which one are we going for? You said the thing is fake, and you said the president should fire the people who put the phone in your hand. So I mean, I want you to connect this thing here.
Yeah, but
how is it that it's fake when the president should fire the people who put the phone in your hands?
Nancy, technology listening. I said what? Technology is completely different. Nancy, I can talk to you that there's somebody can put you on the phone and I'll be talking to you. But that's not you. That's not you. We get a lot of information coming from the executive marshal. They're looking into this thing. Because if you go on this identical main page, you know what I mean to speak to a president of a nation? Follow all the main page. If you see something there about Liberia, that he spoke with the president of Liberia, don't now respect me. Nancy, your country, what did that man need from Liberia? Then logic, what did that man really need from Liberia? How much is our budget? Y'all be joking in this country here.
Who driving Tesla in Liberia?
Stop joking with the president of the Republic of Liberia. You start playing fun out of the old man. This is not
you got 30 seconds.
This kind of important man. This man is very important. If you want to organize a meeting or even a phone call with this man, and for the public to believe that you're on the phone with this person, we will know. Me, I know the executive, I know the United Party people. There will even be camera, no post camera on our paper, and that people will sit down somewhere and hear a man have a conversation. That thing, just see picture like that, that's fake. Anybody can put phone. They say to them, Javazi Koji, yeah. They talk gun, they put gun in Javazi Koji hand, and they talk colors, they put in Javazi Koji hand. We saw it right here. We told people that it was fake. People said no, it was real. And you all know that identical picture that people posted. We all saw Jeff moving like that before. Nothing in him. So I can't say that I believe that the president was speaking or how you call it, man. That thing is fake.
All right.
Yeah,
But
we can see a
nothing
live
there.
video
Nothing there.
while the
Only on one
president is
stage.
talking to that man on a recorded video. That's the only time some of us will believe it. We're in a digital war. Thank you, Nelson.
AI is powerful, but
AI
I'm
is
not
very
talking about
powerful.
video.
I hate
Your point on this issue
AI
here
not
is
wrong.
that no, I'm coming. Your point with this whole thing. I know you have CDC in front of your name. You're one of the lone Cilicians on this platform. But Vasco, despite being a Cilician, man, politics aside, what is your basis for saying that this thing is not true? It's an AI. What level of sophistication, what technology are you using to detect? Are you just going by the people who doing their video editing and posting it all on social media too, or you've done something technically or technologically to establish that this call the president allegedly had with Elon Musk is an AI? What's your reliance?
So, Nelson,
Why should Liberians listening to you now believe what you're saying?
first of all, the executive marshal is not a credible place to get information.
No.
And no,
No.
listen.
Vasco, you cannot denigrate the executive marshal. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this.
I disagree.
I agree.
Let me
No, guys, let's do this. We have to transition. It's only when we can transition that we will be able to discuss the next talking point, right? The executive mansion is of the country, political parties aside, right?
Yeah.
So for that, let's give them the respect. Now, I will agree with you when you say what was posted on the foreign minister's page was deleted or was taken down. I will agree with you because immediately when she posted it, I saw it myself, I read it, but I'm going on that very page, I'm not seeing it there anymore. Where she spoke of she being the one who made the connection again for the conversation to have, for the meeting to have gone on. But if you went on the executive mansion, e-mansion page, what was posted there is still there. Everything the ever said about the meeting remains constant. It's still on the executive mansion Facebook page. Vasco.
You know,
so
again,
I'm coming again. The foreign minister may have taken down the post because of
why?
No, maybe because of the way she lay out, right? There are certain things that maybe you did in line with your duty, your responsibility, and you're not professionally, you're not supposed to come on social media and say, I did this. I too, to some extent, I had issue with the way, she lay out. I thought that professionally, it shouldn't have been done that way, right?
So work for the president.
They have, yeah. You work for the president. You're being paid for what you do.
Why are you doing or not? It's the president.
I read a statement from my boss lady or my boss man. Then I can't say I wrote that statement from my boss lady.
Let me get my reliance now.
So Vasco got the transition. Just take 30 seconds quickly.
30 seconds. Nelson, let me switch you guys a little bit about the e-marshal. I say you that screenshot, but since then you want to talk about it. When during the president's State of Nation address, he said this 2024, when we get to the half, like now, today, 6 months, his administration will be able to train 10,000 people in how you call it? Technology. Today mark the half of 2024. Can you see it? Is that of fake information on the e-marshal website?
Nah. It may not be fake information, But
not fake, but they didn't achieve
Just because he accomplished it doesn't mean it's fake.
unachievable, right?
Jesus.
Unachievable,
None of
It
this.
was
unachievable
not
doesn't mean
achieved,
it's
but not
fake.
because John West want to bring 6,000 technical
Okay,
information.
Vasco, your 10 second is up. I
Where are
want to say thank you
6,000
guys.
teachers?
I want to say thank
y'all
you
be doing
guys.
comparison.
Look
I
at the
want to
comment
say
going with 6,000 teachers.
I want to
6,000
say
technical, don't show up to like, bro.
You think I'm
Let's see,
teaching
I want to say I want to say thank you guys, but I want us to listen to this one. Let's listen to this.
Ejaculation. You go in, insult people. Statement, you insult people. Yeah, you insult people. We can't respond and you get a problem with that. Today again, I want to tell you, if you attack, you get on here. So what the CDC have done is that the CDC is trying to keep this peace, and the CDC is only responding. It must be peaceful. We will not tolerate the vulnerability of the Liberian people. We will not tolerate the marginalization of our people, because we will rush to the defense and we stand adequately and forcefully to ensure that you will be compelled to comply. You know fully well we will do that without hesitation. So without being told, Honorable Caldwell, we want to say you have our DPS viciously. Where are, in fact, the courts are asking. That's how you treat other people and other people. But when in America, with Joe Biden is saying, I've been withered with age, I went to the skills. These people are comparing this man and trying to project him to behave like a 20-year-old kid. That's totally unfair to the old man. You can't treat him that way. If you don't treat him and you present him into the puppet like a puppet.
What happened in the past is in the past. We are moving forward to ensure that things that we said were wrong yesterday will become right today. Because we criticize, we went around, our all around. Somehow will call it a role, but today, our own is still a clear, our own in a face that we don't have to look for evidence for. Up to now, those information they gave us cannot be proven by us. I'm not saying that because they are here, we are not showing the evidence to the Liberian people that somehow we don't call it a role. Somehow to a role. We are in control of the foreign ministry now. So where is the evidence on Samuel 12? But in my mind, we wanted to say those things so we can take them from power and come and sit down there so we can steal the same way.
Regret?
And we are resolved. We are resolved to steal in our government. We brought the government.
Do you regret what happened?
I don't regret. They will regret. And we are on the process.
We make things that you said against.
No, they will regret. They will have to bring the evidence because we own the foreign ministry now, right? Fine, Baka own the foreign ministry. We in control. So those stealing our donors need to come to the public. What are we waiting for? Yesterday we saw the impeachment of Cabinet General was wrong by the past government. We stood up. Today, Joseph Baka was behind and said, "Oh, wrong. He was impeached illegally." The ECOWAS code rule that he must be reinstated or be paid off. Has that been done? Under the embarrassment, the disgrace that I use my resources and my family money to bring to power, but we're not sitting alive happy. I don't play DC or anything. I resolve. I'm in the opposition. If you got any activities anywhere, call me. I will be there. Thank you. Do not listen to people. Yeah, yesterday I said all the thing about you. Yesterday I said everything. You have my own better focus here. If I power around, my sister don't get food, I go to the day. Any food that I can eat it. Because I believe he can do nothing to me. He don't need nothing for me. I don't need nothing for him. Reality is we were in power now to do the right thing. So we are together. We are working together. 2 o'clock in the morning. Call me.
You know, and this is where we are, guys. This is where we are. That's Representative Yekeh Koluba right there. This is the Representative Yekeh Koluba who said the worst things about President George Weah. He said the worst things about Mayor Jefferson Koji at the time, mayor of the city of Monrovia. He said the worst things about officials, all the CDC government. Are we seeing a repentant Yekeh Koluba? Now, he complained about being attacked last evening, and following the situation, folks from the CDC today went to pay a visit to him. And then he went on to say that everything he ever said about officials of the CDC is in the past. They're together. They're working together. 2:00 a.m. They should call him. As much as the Unity Party government is not doing what he anticipated, well, he's disappointed and he's now with the opposition. Let's take the conversation from here. Moba, I want us to start with you.
Thank you.
Your thoughts on this issue.
Yeah, thank you, Nestle. I will not go, I will not go into detail with Yekeh because we all understand Yekeh. For me, I will not criticize him, but I will just remind him. Yekeh Koluba was the same person who said, Jefferson Koji, when you were having the cheering party to his house, Jefferson Koji carried a lot of people there, beat people, and we saw the pictures. People were beating massively, and people were, people ran away, children was beating. It was all on social media. People saw it. So for Yekeh, I can't take Yekeh serious. To be frank, I will not take Yekeh serious.
But I would see a repented Yekeh Koluba.
Nestle, my whole thinking is not about Yekeh because end of the day, even right, God forbid 100 times, 2029 was when CDC, God forbid if the private try and go back to power, Yekeh will still go back again and say you go back to the opposition and say I tell the people say they want out. So we know Yekeh. Yekeh is not stable. The reason is that simple. Yekeh won't keep his family out of the country. For you to say, oh, the people attacking me. That's the common strategy Yekeh using. So I think Liberians say understand. That's the reason why a lot of people taking on social media say we regret voting for Yekeh. And watch my word, next thing. 2029, sedition will not vote Yekeh. Trust I'm telling you today. Because Yekeh is not trustworthy. End of the day, he will still cause George Weah. But people Yekeh issue, once people go to Koji who say you want to rescue people, you will not say that they happy. Koji, you are the one who the American government sanctioned because of human violation. You cause a lot of family in our country today. Some of them are traumatized because the thing you did to them, and they can testify to it if only the government of the Republic of Liberia can come out and protect those people. Because no, it just that the same Jefferson Koji who took on the media say was fight from street was split blood on the street of Monrovia. He said it. The recording is there. Like the man today was talking about one protect Liberians.
He says sweat and blood. He says sweat and blood.
Sweat and blood. What sweat and blood mean?
You will fight well, sweat and blood.
Sweat and blood. So what? How you define sweat and blood? How you define sweat and blood?
Fierce left fight. Maybe he meant fierce left fight. I mean,
it was Jefferson Koji that post slap in the police officer ear. Right on our same Nan Street area, I think around our Congo town area. He post, around party called hair color area there. He post slap in the police officer ear, and when it went cold, nothing come from other end.
What's the point? Just conclude about your 2 minutes. Let me give you 20 seconds to conclude.
My man, I giving you instances, and I'm just talking. And when you do live,
I know you're not just talking more, but I know.
So for him to come back and tell the Labrador, Jefferson Koji run one of the deadliest gangs in the Republic of Labrador. He was facilitating drugs in people, giving people drugs, giving him money, he was putting it in your pocket, and also get death squad that the men are talking about rescuing Liberia.
Thank you.
Thank you. If Liberia was country like Rwanda there, or maybe the Ghana there,
Thank you very much. Let's hear from you, Josh. Josh, take your 2 minutes. Go ahead. Let's hear.
Thank you, Nelson. Look, my brother Molova, I don't know whether he can understand himself when he's saying these things.
I can understand myself. I know what I'm saying, Josh.
Yeah, but my man, the things you say on here, they are quite unspeakable, man. You need to just sometimes put your facts together and don't use emotion when you're discussing.
You want to bring the video up?
No, guys. No. I don't want us to do the back and forth. But listen, Moba. Listen, Moba. This is the point. It is obvious here on this set that panelists will be making their point. They will have their time. Yeah, but Moba, you keep interrupting. They will have their time and they will mention other panelists' names. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So Josh has his time, so give him his time. Yeah, let's not interrupt. Now you giving the man extra time because I mean you interrupted. So let's hear you, Josh. Go ahead.
Thank you, Nelson. Look, I think what is wrong is wrong. Um, Yega Koloban, one of the things he said quite recently that made me to rethink about how I see him is when he clearly said that he, after they had won the election, he went to see President Boakai, and President Boakai told him, he said, bring about 10 people, let me employ them. And he said when the president told him that he knew that there was no direction for this new government, so he started to think differently. He started to think that it was just going to be another nepotistic regime, that was going to just employ family people and do what they want to do.
But did you
Because
believe? Did you believe what Yeka Kolva said? That thing.
are you now telling me that I should not believe Yeke Koluba? Are you asking me not to believe him?
Josh, are
When
you now believing Yeka Kolva?
Nelson, I did not say I doubted him anytime. I just said what he did was wrong. I did not say I doubted him. When he said that, it made me to think, and the United Party government did not deny anything he said when he claimed that the president asked him, say, like that Dillon brought a part of 10 people, Youngly brought a part of 10 people, go bring a part of 10 people. So you see how it is in Liberia. It is a sad saying that the people who say we are the most sophisticated opposition and will be the most sophisticated government, they were asking people to bring 10 people to employ them. And then we can see through that these people, they don't make good for Liberia. And I think Yeka is right. Yeka will oppose this government. Me, I support him for opposing this government because it's just people who say they were sophisticated, they are now turning to people who are so error prone that even to move from opposition to transition to government, they are making all the mistakes that even the elementary student will not make. It's crazy, Nelson. So here is the thing. President Boakai has the executive mansion. He has the right to prosecute anybody he wants to prosecute once there's evidence, available. People were saying Javasi Koji killed this person, did this thing. Bring the court. But guess what? He gone to the 14 years of civil war. That's why he want to establish war crime for. But the people that were indicted just before he will come, he's not
Thank
saying
you.
anything about them because there is nothing to say about these people. Everything was just political, and it's completely saddening for our country to be involved in such thing. It makes me sometimes I just feel sorry for our country because people who with ill intention are now at the helm of
Thank
power.
you.
It's ridiculous. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. Raymond, let's hear you, and then we take Anthony.
You know what's exciting about these discussions today about national issues is how CDC is lagging behind and trying to catch up. While the JMB-led government is proactively engaging and trying to do things that will, transform our country and improve the lives of our people. We're here then trying to play catch up. Example of that. Recently, we heard when we saw the images of the yellow machine that said that was Vlad. It would never happen. Today, it's a reality. It's not Vlad. Today, their new argument is gentleman's agreement. They did not follow PPCC. Did not follow the House of Representatives. When we haven't even reached there yet. That's a process. Today, we hear all of the issues believing Yekeh Kolva. But seeing Yekeh Kolva talk, a lot of issues about George we are being corrupt, sleeping with people to get a job, all of those issues. So once you validate what Yekeh said today, which is fair, this government is a government of inclusion. So if JNB said, look, recommend 10 people, let's evaluate them, that's fair. This is a government of inclusion. This government, we've seen former presidential candidates a part of this government. We see former vice presidential candidates. We even see the person that run the president office is not from the United Party. He's from the ANC. This is a government of inclusion that cut between different spectrum for Liberians. And that's what I want. I wish every other government could be a government of inclusion going forward. But let's come to the issue of Yekeh Kolva. They say in politics, marriage is a marriage of convenience. Yekeh cannot produce anything substantive. What can he do to get relevance? It's noise. So that's his mode of operations politically. Be a noisemaker. I haven't heard Yekeh present anything on the floor that he's being elected for as a lawmaker. Never any time before. So his political maneuver is to make noise and let the energy of those who are the naysayers be motivated. So the only place he can be right now is with the CDC, irrespective of all of the disagreement they got. Now it's a marriage of convenience. CDC want more noise maker, more naysayers. Yekeh Kolba want a bigger base to rely on, so they are together.
Thank you.
Whatever they do, that's up to them. But the Liberian people are the judge in this instance, and the Liberian people would be the one to make the decisions.
Thank you. Thank you, Raymond. Let's hear you, Anthony, and then we'll take Francis.
Yeah,
No, it's gonna be
I'm
three after.
presenting a different persona today. I decided to be relaxed and then don't bother these people. Point of correction, my dear brother Raymond. The presidential, the Minister of Presidential Affairs is now from ANC. He worked with Mr. Cummings when they were in the CPP from the Unity Party side. That's how he worked on. When they formed that team, the Unity Party presented him. So he's not from the ANC. So that's the correction I want to make first and foremost. People continue to say, oh, that ANC man. He's not an ANC man. It was a CPP prototype. So he worked with Mr. Cummings. And Mr. Cummings was waiting to work with him because he's a brilliant guy. All right? So let me get to the point. Look, with my opening statement earlier, I said, we will have dissenting view, opposite view. We are all Liberian. We all love our country. For the area I work, I'm excited for technology for Liberia. Sandy just alluded to that people in Africa working for company in America and in India and in other countries, and they're getting paid US dollar, and they're getting paid at the US rate, not the Liberian rate or their country rate. You know the reason why they are able to do so? It's because they have reliable source of power and access to internet. Everybody can work in government. Government should not be the higher employer in your country. If you see that happening, something wrong with that picture. Even in the great United States, the private sector is thriving. Everybody can work in government. So if we have electricity, people will survive. There's a Chinese guy right now in Monrovia that's making fortune out of ice. Just ice, dirty water. And the people buy that ice, crush it, and put on a fish, and put on other things, that drinks and whatnot. And the Chinese guy is making money right in Monrovia. You think my Sarah, my Betty, my Mata can do the same thing when she have electricity and get a little one freezer? How much freezer cost? 300, 400, 500 US dollar? She can start a little business. Folks, the source to reliable electricity is the gateway to the progress of any nation. When they ask me what Yekeh Koluba, look,
you got 20 seconds left. Yeah.
Okay. Yekeh Koluba king yesterday and was saying all the things about George Weah and the CDC to promote JMB and his campaign. When he start questioning this administration, he's the worst person. He's crazy. We saw a post from top government official from the UP calling the man crazy. He this and that. Because Yekeh Koluba went to the furniture store and acquired with a receipt, and the man confirmed they got mad. So Yekeh, the only thing I can advise, staffer help you to proffer bill, because you have what it takes to be a politician, to be a disruptor, but use that disruptiveness on pen and paper. That's what I can advise.
Thank you. Let's take Toure, and then we're gonna take Francis.
Yeah, Nelson. This is the thing. I think we can all agree now that Yekeh Koluba is an aquatic animal. Not to coin animal though, but he wouldn't survive in water, and that's water only. And that's Yekeh right there. Yekeh wouldn't survive in chaos, and that's chaos only. There is nothing to it, and there are people like that. You know what I'm saying? And you see anybody that does not have any tangible input to bring to governance or to bring to the discourse, they revert to insult and verbiage. That is it. It's like it's not something like this. You cannot. Yekeh went in the bush, figuratively speaking. After he cautioned the $50,000 JMB gave to the fire victim in Tututa, that started the whole thing. All right. He just wanted an excuse to go back home where he feel, you know what I mean, like himself. Because this government does not have any space for mediocrity. Okay? This government is of standard and nothing more, nothing less. And Yekeh does not have the capacity to exist within this marriage. And that's why my guy, you know, my uncle, unfortunately, you know, have found himself down where he feel comfortable. Yekeh is telling us, he's telling us that this government, this current government, is corrupt. And there I would actually like maybe where he says somewhere to where, you know, or the other guy, the deputy dude, man, Wolo Collie, right? I agree to that extent, right? Why is it that up to today's day, these guys are not under any sort of cautioning or something like that? You know what I mean? If we have evidence to know that these guys corrupted or maybe some form, you know, or funds, why are we not looking at these things? Why are we not cautioning these things? So I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm not shocked. Nelson, I'll go. Maybe we can actually go back to the tapes. I've never been a supporter of Yekeh using insults on former President George Weah. I've always said that it was wrong, right? And this is not anything for a lawmaker, someone or stakeholder to just be going over there using the kind of language that Yekeh uses. And to the media, Nancy, I'm not going to leave you guys out. You know, I understand media, it sells when it bleeds, right? That's what it is. It sells when it bleeds. You guys need these things to, you know what I mean, see for rating or something like that. But in a civilized society, Yekeh should not be giving the kind of media attention he gets. Because everything that comes out of his mouth is insults. And children follow these media institutions. People listen to these things. They can't be getting the kind of, you know what I mean, or verbiages that Yekeh be putting out there. You know, it is insane. It should not be on this airwave, and children should not be listening to it. I just feel like, you know, Yekeh is unhinged. He's emotionally unstable. He don't know how to check his emotion. And if you see that any more being aware when they are challenged and they don't know how to regather or recollect themselves and express themselves in their entirety without reverting to insult and stuff like that, that's something deeper than just being who that guy is. I think he's unhinged.
Thank you very much. Let's over there bring Bila in, and then we'll take Vasco.
I think I'm going to Francis.
Now let's just continue the queue from here. We're gonna go up to Francis.
Yeah, for some reason, Yekeh has been one person who see the kind of a thing he do in life, basically from the issue of politics. And somebody just acknowledge the fact that Yekeh feel more comfortable being in opposition, and wherein he understands that he will gain more ground from there. You know, Yekeh has always understood like bring politics from this angle of, oh, let me be one person who was large president, who was insult president, say all sort of things, so I can maintain my ground as a politician. Fine, that's a very unique thing. I think next thing when you try to start the conversation, you talk about Yekeh when I insulted, that's, I don't want to say truth, but I think there was a little oversight because the clip I listened to, Yekeh insult has increased to another extent. And I think as a profound person, or somebody who has something to offer to national disco, you don't want to invent your time into wanting to be insulted all of the time. But we can understand, like Touré said, when somebody don't have that capacity or the ability to bring unique conversation to discourse or to national issues, they will actually, wanting to take the route of being insultive. But we want to say this: if anybody has something in Liberia, nobody, in as much as you have the right to speak on issue, but you should be profound and know what you're saying out there. Because we had a generation, we had people. Social media is a very powerful area where you have children, you have other generations that are coming on listening to these things. So you don't want to say something that they want to listen to, and it will be embarrassing for their ear.
Thank
Nobody,
you.
again, on the other side, nobody should be attacked physically. What are happening in the past or not? We don't know the facts around what happened today. Nobody should be attacked because of their opinion on basic issues of concern. Because
Thank you.
in the past, we said nobody should be attacked upon saying things that was not correct. The law is there. The law should be taking the right thing. We know Yekeh is a politician. He want to say some of these things to make himself make himself get that normal ground. And today, I want to agree with somebody else slightly saying that Koji is right to be saying these things because this government, we know it's a process. This government has been linear with the issue about indicting people. The U.S. government talk about people being human rights violator and all those business stuff. But we are not saying major indictment coming. The issue of Koji being saying all that stuff out there is because he had that free will to say what he's saying
Thank
there.
you.
Or some of the
Thank you
guys
very
that
much.
indicted better will not be hearing some of those normal political chicanery, right? So I think
Thank
the
you.
government need to look
Vasco.
in the direction of taking some legal steps against people that we said they were criminal. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank
Nelson,
you.
you want me to tell you the video? Or I want you to
Eh,
forget
eh,
about
eh,
it?
Man,
which
nobody get
video?
time. Nobody
My
get
man, I'm
time for
talking
your
to you, but I'm
video
talking
yet.
to Nelson, my man. That is video,
No,
yeah.
why you gonna
Yeah,
bring
yeah. They
videos
all
on?
argue. Yeah.
What kind of
No,
video?
no, no, no,
Listen,
Mobile. Mobile. You know we don't do that on the show now. You know we don't do that. If you have
I'm
a
playing
video,
my
you send
computer
it
on
to
touch
me.
screen. No, I'm playing it. I want to show you that in my hand. I touch it.
I'm gonna
I'm
try
playing.
video.
I will not do that on Nelson. I will not do that. I don't want to. I want to send it
Vasco.
to you.
Oh, okay, yeah. If you have any video, just share with me. Vasco, you've
Okay, I
allowed
just let you
Mobile to
lie.
eat.
What can lie for?
1 minute. Right, but go ahead, Vasco.
No, I'm here like you're the one. So
Go
yeah,
ahead.
that's it. I mean, you know, I've come to realize that Yekeh Kolba, I think he's one of the best politicians in Liberia.
Wow.
I've come to realize. You know what? Even right now, if the name that you guys give the
When did he become the best politician in Liberia?
Nelson,
Is it only when he started to kick
he's
against
consistent. He's one of the consistent politicians I've ever seen.
Okay.
Nelson, look, consistency is something that is very tough in politics. Today, the person you call the light. Can you hear? You guys can. Have you heard they don't say anything? With all the wrong things happening within the government, Yekeh did it for 6 years against President Weah. Whether it was true, whether it was loud, but Yekeh was keeping the government feet to the fire. The words that he used the last 6 years, he stayed consistent with the same words in this other 6 years. And even when it comes to this one, Yekeh get all right to say any kind of thing you want to say to the other president. You know what? Yekeh use his resources, his time and effort to bring the man to power. So he got all right. If this government is not proceeding the right way, Yekeh had all right, and Yekeh could cause the former president that he had nothing to do with CDC. He don't even know how to keep no power. Then how about the people that he used his resources and time? That the president was calling him, telling him, say, my son, I will be different. I will do this. And that be frank. Everything Yekeh has said to this administration, they are all factual. The president said he was broke. Yekeh say, okay, you went to Total Town, told the people got involved in the kind of a tragic accident. But we want to know who gave them money because you were living on loan. Is that a bad thing to ask question? The person that you brought to power? Everything Yekeh been speaking on against this government are reality. Nobody can say that reality. And that's it. Look, you saw what the police did to Yekeh? That be friend yet now. These things happen to former President Weah. The President Weah sent police to Yekeh place at 923 or the police director.
Yeah.
We just gone 6 months. 6 months. today, Yekeh base was ring size. People lost their property. Beat people today. They still got people missing up to now. We don't even know the whereabouts. This is the kind of government y'all want to run? Then you sit there be talking about screenshot, fake picture. Why your citizens, they are not free any longer in a country because the representative is not happy with how the person that he brought to power is not happy on how the person is running the country. And then when he speak, this is a man normal way of talking. You're supposed to get used to it.
20 seconds, Vasco.
You're
20 seconds.
You sponsor this thing. Yekeh used to say he used to collect huge sum of money for a diaspora base because you guys were enjoying the way you were talking. And that a continuation here.
Thank you.
That a continuation.
Thank you. Sandy, let's hear you, sir.
We have,
welcome to the show.
We have a political system in our country that I believe is not working for us. I'm not against it, but I don't think it's working for us at this point. We don't need folks like Yekeh in government. Liberia is at a point where we need development. We don't need noise. We don't need folks that are there not working for the Liberian people. That's where I want to start. Yekeh believed that the opposition is the right place for him. That's where he gets the most attention. And quite frankly, Nelson, in any democratic system, the opposition is usually where people notice you. Because the people, when they go to bed hungry, they blame the government. When the rain fall and they fall over, on their house and they come through the roof, they blame the government. The children don't have school fees, they blame the government. Pretty much everything, they blame the government. So you don't want to be on the government side. Especially if you don't bring anything else to the table, you want to be on the side where the people will notice you so you can make noise too. Join the people and say, yeah, the government, the government. Then the people will like you. Then you have a greater chance of maintaining your position. That's exactly what Yekeh is doing. For me, it's not strange to me. I was expecting it. I wasn't expecting Yekeh to keep quiet and try to be professional and go in the house and be quiet and put forth a bill. I wasn't looking forward to that. I never saw that in him. And that's why I never agree with him. I always see him as a noisemaker. He's not the only noisemaker, though. I mean, we got plenty of them. And he will continue to make those noise so that, again, with the hope that people will even come from the US again and go register in his district. That's what happened the last time. Because of what President Weah was doing, we were all angry. Yekeh was there with us, insulting Weah in and out. Some of our people left from here, bought their plane ticket and registered in his district. If President Boakai, God forbid, should fail the Liberian people, you will see people coming from here again and registering Yekeh district to vote for him. Because then he will be very strong, doing the same thing that he did to Weah. But God forbid, we don't want to see that happen to our country. We want President Boakai to succeed. We want a better Liberia.
Thank you.
Look, put me in the presidency today. Close down the lawmakers. Use that money, put in the healthcare, put in the education. We don't need laws. I keep saying we need development. Thank you.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, we need a lawmaker, just that we got to cut that speed at all.
Francis, let's hear you. Rudolph, you've made your point, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just started my time, right? You see, I agree with Sandy, but I'll go on. CDC grasping for straws. If you watch that interview today with Yekeh and Domba Hero there,
those are strong together.
It was like, the old man get a control about the drink. It book by your stomach, but it better. The how they're looking sitting here, Yekeh. Look at the minute of course, that he now will send it behind here. They're grasping for straw. They got no hope. They look at GMP working. They say, hey, got 2029, be easy. But Yekeh is a tool, right? In the toolbox. Only the professional can use that tool for its intended purpose. You know, the fourth thing get calling here. That means they move, I'm kicking. You point your defense, you kick the ball in your goalpost. So CDC, they couldn't handle Yekeh. They are not professional. They have no tree operative. So United Party unleashed Yekeh on there. They couldn't defend it. But unfortunately for Yekeh, CDC blown up. So that why John Grant did not do anything. But this time around, what is Yekeh going to stay? Like CDC said, that's why he tried in the opposition. You can tell that people will say, oh, when they made it not, oh, he found. But what kind of noise you make now when the Labropo life is better than it was in the last 6 years? What can Yekeh do? So that's what happening. Unity Party or any opposition, we know they may not fit to be our legislation. We know they may before he got elected, he couldn't. He didn't have a part to pay in. We know Yekeh Kwaluba. They made this is going 12 years now. He has not even put a single bill on the floor. What is he doing for District 10? Most of county or the country. So the empire have no clothes. They will show it come 2029 because people will sit down and defend the party record unless President Booker screwed up. That's the only way Yekeh will be relevant. So CDC rather it will be like a Henry Costa. You take Henry Costa. You take everybody and put it on your side. You're grasping for straw. It's like a man that's drowning in the ocean. Rita Blazer pass, he will catch it because he's looking for help. So Yekeh Koba is irrelevant. Everybody know a technique now. Say, fool me one shame on me, fool me twice shame on you. So they just tell people that Yekeh Koba so be hired by Chiche for the newsroom. You see all y'all that talking here? That what we do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hundreds of thousands of dollars for it. You may bring a mail sponsor or Chiche for it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's take you, Rudolph, and then
Internet GMB topic we on here.
You know,
Emmy will take us to the.
Promote the opposition every day on the platform instead of promoting the government.
My man, you get you get it, man, to talk.
Your time going over.
Did you interrupt? No, the button not going.
No, but you guys are no. They show were quiet. They show were quiet until Emmy came.
Don't even stop.
No, but okay, Nelson,
Don't even go there with me.
I will go into it. You know, I will have to agree with Vasco when he said that he is consistent.
Yeah.
I mean, that is true. But brother, let me also say to you that consistency is not an independent variable. Matter of fact, it is not a tool of production. Land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. You will never see consistency there. Because you know why? One can be consistently stupid, one can be consistently, foolish, and one can come on the show consistently to talk about that. That is consistency, right? But to the issue, Nelson, we have said this thing with time without numbers, that Yekeh will not succeed in this regime, because now the people are looking at this government to bring change. And with Yekeh being one of our top voices, the eyes will be on him. What bill is he putting up? What bill is he co-sponsoring? So because he understands that so well, that I am not fit. I cannot bring anything of substance. So let me go back where I can get more traction. Because like I think Raymond said, or I was saying, I think, in the world, in every nation, not just our country, the opposition has more traction. It gives you more relevance for doing nothing. And that is where someone like what his name said, someone like the lawmakers strive. Because he brings nothing to the discourse, but what he can do is cause noise. And then people who love the noise will join him. Do you really think that Jeff is happy being closer to Yekeh? He is not. But like Francis said, at this point, what you saying, and they will grab it. But the thing is, they will be shame at last, because this regime will succeed, and the sources of JMB will mean that CDC will be in that position forever. So Yeah, Nelson, I will just stop here for now. Now you can play your video.
Thank you.
Because you are doing all to cut me off. You put the video on all to cut me off. But
Let's bring Emmy in. No, but you said what's it? You said the former mayor is not happy being around Representative Kolpa.
He's
But
not.
Look at the expression. Look at the expression.
Look at it, guys.
Is there anything that indicate someone not being happy? Look at the expression.
Yeah,
I mean,
Nelson,
these people are in a very. You see, there you have Frank Sarfoko laughing. See the mayor laughing there, the former mayor. You know, so these people, they might just be happy. I mean, this. I mean, you can take a look at that. But Emmy, come in, then we can go to the phone lines.
You know, Nelson, thank you. Hey guys. You know, listening to Yekeh, he sound like one of those. He sound like those so-called CDC COP boys, right? When they were with Costa, burning tires and doing everything, and then they jump behind we are. And then they say, but you are just on the other side.
Anthony was part of that group.
And then they say you are just on the other side. They said, oh, the people fool us. They told us that we are what they did. They put fool us. Where were you? Oh, meaning that y'all. That's how you get sounded right now. Oh, we said they put us in it. Yeah, they bring the evidence now. You didn't see evidence. You're saying it yourself. You didn't know Jefferson Kelechi was a killer, and you were saying it yourself. As old as you are, you didn't see all the things they were doing to you, coming to your house, shooting all in your compound. There was no evidence there, but you are saying that, right? Now you wanted them to bring evidence. That's how he sound like these boys. And everybody have already said it. It's no need to come waste my breath on Yekeh. But one thing though, Sandy, I disagree with you when you said people will leave from here this time around in 2029 to go vote for Yekeh. No, Yekeh have already exposed himself. I don't think anybody falling for him anymore. Everybody have already. So he can jump and go climb on the biggest opposition head. He would just be there to make noise. Nobody falling for that nonsense.
Trey, you're on the show, just so you know.
So yeah,
Trey, you are on the show, just so you know. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Amy, you got lawyer follow.
So Anthony, I don't know why you keep interrupting. Everybody talking about, we're not talking about JMB. We're on a Yekeh topic, okay? And we on JMB topic, we'll talk about JMB. But now the topic here is Yekeh Kolba and the CDC, and that's what we're talking about. And you can see the fake smile between them. You can see the fake. How can somebody talk about you, do something to you for 6 years, and then you go stand next to them just because you want to copy what the other people were doing 6 years ago, identifying with this person when you used to be doing all those things to them, torturing them and their family and their babies, and now you want to act like you're the person to be rescuing them now. Go sit down somewhere. Everybody looking at this and just laughing. The only people it makes sense to, like the sedition. Those are the only Yekeh that used to be there. This man, he cussed the president. He is stupid, and Sarfoko, I will flog you in session. If you cause we are like talking to him like he talking to a child, that the people in there, they all sitting together. It's just like Costa going to CDC. They're taking the big hero. That they just look funny together. So
thank you very much. The 2 minutes is done. Thank you, Emmy. Guys, let's do this. We'll take few local calls, and then after that,
you get bam mobile.
We'll take some calls on the WhatsApp. Yeah, guys, let's give our audience time to participate now. 0555101075. Let's take the local closing first, and then we will come back to take some calls from the WhatsApp. Toure, we hope we can have Toure. Toure, can you come back? So Toure is the only guy on the set who makes his number available for us to give out to the public. Mobile tried it once. He said his wife warned him. Vasco tried it. Vasco tried it. You could
use my number if
twice.
Hello. Emmy did it. So we take just 5 calls. Hello. Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Thank you. Hello. Nelson, my name is Thomas Kume, and I call you from Upper.
Thomas, go ahead quickly. Let's hear you.
Yeah, so quickly, I just want to remind the CDC guys that some of the reasons why we have flood and water go in people's homes is because when George Weah was in power, he had shovel and rain boots in a vehicle. Everywhere he goes, as he went at a time, he would dig hole. He would do groundbreaking. Everywhere there was a groundbreaking. So now we experiencing for all he dug around.
Thank you.
Now, this person was we are not here to dignify Yekeh.
Thank you very much. Let's go you there, Thomas, and bring out another person who want to take just 5 calls. And then go the local. Yeah, hello, you are live. Let's hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
I really want to ask a question to the future. That Yekeh Korea, your kids to leader to want you to every city.
No, your line is not clear. Sorry, caller. Hello.
Hello, good evening. How you doing?
Yeah, please go ahead quickly.
Yeah, I'm waiting for more calling from Broadway. You see, Yekeh, we don't need to dignify Yekeh. Yekeh is all this thing for re-election only from now. Those are starting to Yekeh at this place. One re-election. Yekeh, why you can't bring in this country to go to the people going to.
Thank you. Hello. Please, can you lower the volume of your radio once you start to call? Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Please. Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you.
And let me say good morning to your panelists in the studio. I'm looking let me be frank. President Bwaka, I think he won a raffle pass.
Okay.
But some of us, what we sensing, it's just a matter of time. But with the wasted year, I think he will restore the wasted year to Liberian people.
Thank you.
But let me go to my own. I used to call him father because the man who was his name was Yapauro. But it's so embarrassing to us now that in fact when always listening to him that he's paying his resources, putting President Bwaka to power. They come to my understanding that ourselves we wasted our money. And today you have become an embarrassment.
Thank you.
I mean, you just for a bad news that today that you see with those guys we embarrassed that we thought that you have no way power.
Thank you very much. Let's go you there and take the final call from the local line. Hello.
Yes, I think your phone got problem.
Can you guys hear the callers? Can you guys hear them?
Hello?
Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead quickly from Oro.
The following that the trying to criticize again. Do the failure of the life you're going to do all the things you're playing again and somebody left on your district and got vote for your that made the CI told you that take you any of the brother because they said you are trapped in a way that he or she will not be back on it. But the key generation are to be causing people. So anything you do, they deserve it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. We're gonna hold the calls there and bring on the WhatsApp now. Let's bring Ture on. Ture, are you there? Yeah. So Ture, can you put can you take some WhatsApp calls now as I try to make some transition from here?
Yeah, go ahead, caller. You can place your call 267-648-9692. 267-648-9692.
But Ture, the way serious that they call it, they don't want to call.
Yeah, they will not call right now until 7 a.m. when I'm in my office. I don't want to be calling. It's crazy. Okay, caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Edwin Clark and I call from Sudan.
Edwin, go ahead, brother.
Let me say thanks to everyone of you on the show tonight. Thanks for the topic and the discussion. But let me just something quickly.
You get 1 minute, bro. Go ahead
yeah,
fast.
you know, our problem in Labrador is ourselves. There's certain mindset for the pastors that I've noticed. The citizen feel that Labrador is owned by Georgia. So once it is not real, anything that goes on in Labrador is not beneficial. It doesn't make sense to them. But I mean, my brother and sister, I would say this. Let us graduate from the mindset. Labrador is all we have. Only Labrador can build Labrador. Is that Ghanaians, Burundians, or Labrador? Thank you.
All right, caller. Thank you very much. 1 minute. Thank you. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from? 1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute. How you guys doing? Good morning to those who in Liberia and good evening to all of us that in the United States. Let me come here to remind you of way back in the 80s with Thomas Winston, Nexon Tool, and other people. That's the same strategies Yekeh is using to bring divisions among Nyomli, DeLong, Moe from Bon County, and others. What am I trying to say? Those days during the war, I guess some of you guys were very small. When Imario Goya, who was information minister when the war entered Duporo, he said they pushed the people back to Kakata. Sedition, you are sitting down right there. The old man is taking pop every day to bring Liberia to light. He spoke with with African Western men, and you're saying nothing. He brought 285. You're saying that's zero. Thank you. You're sitting there. One day you will say Liberia is up there. Thank you very much, Stuart, for having me.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you. Caller, I know some of you guys been calling crazy. There you go. Caller, what's your name? We're calling for 1 minute, please. There you go. Caller, turn your monitor off. So, you know. Caller, turn your monitor off. All right, I call not ready yet. Yeah, two more, then we'll go. Yeah, 267-648-9692. Get somebody, yeah. All right, caller, what's your name? Where we're calling from?
Yeah, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. 1 minute, go ahead. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, let me tell you something. I've been assigned with Yekeh. Yekeh is just a strategy, and Yekeh has played. Yekeh is oppressive. He know he's losing ground. So the only way he can survive by bringing those strategies in that people will favor him. Then the people say, oh, you know, you just imagine Joey 6 years. He been complaining on Buffer Chimo. He been complaining on Patrick Sulu. Yep. Now he coming now. Yekeh say people attacking. Why are the FLM? Why are those people? He now photograph those people or videotape those people. He did it before during Patrick Sulu time. It's just a strategy. Then I know Yekeh go. I've been signed with you. The number thing that Yekeh have been doing, some criminal thing that Yekeh have been doing. When some all come on the social media and discuss it, Yekeh will close them off.
Right,
so how I get those, bro.
Thank you very much, man. Thanks for your contribution. Thank you.
And I know somebody just give me the whole info, Jana. What are you talking?
Let me get this one guy on because he's been trying to call her. Yeah, North Dakota. I don't know North Dakota or South Dakota. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, hello, Ture. My name is William. I call from North Dakota, Fargo.
All right, brother. Go ahead. 1 minute, guy.
Yeah, Ture, I just get one thing to say to CDC or whatsoever place Yekeh say is going. I don't want for anybody to worry themselves on Yekeh. Yekeh will not survive in the next coming election. So we don't think about him. But I think about Jefferson Koji there. Jefferson Koji there think they will keep running around the street and come back and win election. It's the dead point of CDC right now. So I don't worry about them. Let's discuss matter. Thank you.
All right, brother. Thank you very much, man. 52 seconds. Thanks. All right, guys. I think that's it. Nelson, make you come back. Go. Oh, next night, let me.
phone ringing now.
Man, let's do our closing, man. Let's do our closing.
Call on 1 minute. What's the name of the
Yeah, how you doing, guys? Mosquito.
Yeah, go ahead. 1 minute. What's your
Yeah,
name?
I'm calling from New Jersey.
All right, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, basically, like you guys over there are discussing about Yekeh Koluba, and Yekeh Koluba is the kind of guy like they respect the president, and furthermore, he was a guy like doing Jawia time and did a lot of stuff for Jawia and criticize Jawia government, and you got over this, you got your for real 6 years. He took a turn like on Jawia, and now he begins to get on Buckeye. Come on, man. You guys stop playing. It's just beginning. All I have to say, you guys, man. Come on, man. Please.
Thank you for
Now that's our closing. Three. No, let's start from you. Go up. That's start of it. Go ahead.
All right, that's it, guys. So basically, look, at the end of the day, we are here to bring sense to the discourse. Like I always say, we are not newsmaker. We just spinning, maybe giving our, our perspective on issue happening in our country. I think that's what we do here. But yeah, man, look, at the end of the day, I feel like there's something positive happening in the country. Positive attracts positive. Professionalism attracts professionalism. And I totally agree with Anthony. Look, we can do what we do in the United States in Liberia if we have what we have in the United States in Liberia. That is, if we have, access to electricity, that will help a lot. Every country now, like Cote d'Ivoire, I was in Cote d'Ivoire, people are operating on 24-hour economy, bro. You know what I mean? Like, they never sleep, But a lot of people leave money in their pocket and go to sleep, So once we can get to that point where the country operating 24 hours, while right now as we speak, like in America right now, people spending money somewhere. But like, bro, as soon as 10 o'clock hit, except the guys that are in the bar, but everywhere else, man, it's close. You know what I mean? So until we can get to that point, and you can get that if you have stable electricity, obviously internet help a lot. Then some of us there's no reason why we should be here. We already got our U.S. citizenship. We can get any job here and go like, bro, go sit in Batala, and operate from Batala. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. Oh, I mean, shaking. You think I'll be afraid to say I have my U.S. citizenship? Yes, I do. So I really agree with you on that, Anthony. And you're a tech guy. You understand that area well. And I think if we should encourage the administration to go anywhere is to actually get to that place. Electricity is life. Power is life. Light is life. And there we are. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for always being with you guys.
So we're just playing. He doesn't have a U.S. citizenship.
So folks, sometimes when we speak, people feel as though because we're not part of the administration or we're not Unity Party members, so we're not Liberian. But listen, I am a Liberian first before political alignment, right? I want every Liberian to have the opportunity that some of us have. Some of you, when you have that opportunity, you will even do better than some of us. Okay? Let me say this to you. In America, you find a 4-year-old, you get on a smartphone, what they can do with it. Some 18-year-old, 22-year-old men in Liberia can do it. You understand? Why? Because these children have access to internet. Listen, if you want your nation to strive, do the bare minimum. LEC, when somebody wants electricity, it should take you 3 to 5 business days from the time they pay that money to the time the wire is connected to the house. You're not doing it right now. To get LEC land to come to your house, almost 3 to 4 months. Even when you pay for the service, you can't have it. That is sad. In this 2024, my people, I want every person in Liberia to have access to electricity. The rest will follow. The rest will follow. My job here, we cannot afford 1 second for us to not have electricity. So we have redundancy 4 times, power grid, battery, generator, solar, one location. We can do better in Liberia. I want to speak on the rice issue. They say they open the rice market in Liberia, my people. Ordinary man, Mary, man, Sarah, you can't afford to do it, yeah. So the Lebanon people will still be in charge, unfortunately, because you don't have $500,000 to compete with these people. The government of Liberia is asking you to have 500,000 United States dollars in order for you to get RPD. Not only that, you must have a warehouse of a certain size. All other requirement is just telling you, don't even try it because you will not get it. So the market not open to your yard.
30 seconds.
Y'all.
Thank you. Fasco.
Are we finished with class? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, it was a great show. I hope we keep it up like this. No one should bring their feelings here. They show how you see it. That's how you see it. The way we see our country running in this kind of a terrible state. And this is a platform that the Spoon family have given us to come here and let our people know what is happening. I understand that you guys support the Unity Party. I throw a challenge to you people. Since the people came to power, what have these people done correctly? Nothing. These are some of the reasons we here with buy Murphy. Let me tell you, if the government start doing well, if they start following the referral procedure and start doing the right thing, do you think I will come here to be talking the way I'm talking? I will not talk because I won't get nothing to say. But it's so surprising to us to see some of you guys that we know to sit there and see the wrong thing happening in the country. You're looking at why they come on a public platform. You're looking at why you say that black. Then what we thought you said we sedition and we how you can call it stupidation and we not get sense. You guys and us who really making sense on the show. Anthony just said something. You just keep open statement. You open the rest market. You open the red market, but the conditions that you put there, in the same condition I've been there, you don't know that we have to open the red market. But because of the same condition there, you're not found in people going into it. I mean, so, thank you, man. It was a great show. Thank you.
Shall I send it?
I am never excited whenever I go to Liberia and meet my friends of my age or family members of my age or even above my age still living in the same condition that I left them in. I'm never excited. It don't bring me joy when I see them still struggling and can barely provide for themselves, or some of them can, they want to learn. Some of my friends have some, classmates. They want to acquire some high level of education, be able to provide for themselves on a daily basis, but they can't. They always bring tears to me. The reason that is that most of them are not where they should be, well deserved to be, is because our country lacks a well-built private sector. No jobs in the country. Some of the people we left behind there are some of the smartest people I know. If they are given the opportunity that some of us have here, they will do better than us. Anthony, you said I'm taking it from you. And that is true. So I'm excited that President Boakan is able to engage with folks that can provide private sector jobs. Let us assume that the phone call with Elon Musk is fake. But we cannot say the same with the conversation, in-person meeting he had with Dangote. So I want to believe that folks like Dangote will see reason to come to Liberia and invest, provide jobs to our people. Our brother said here that, well, I check every Elon Musk pages. I did not see anything. I did not see fun. Elon Musk will not post that, my brother. Do you know how many people that got talked to on a daily basis? Do you think his team have time to say today we met with President Bouaka? Do you think that's a big deal for Elon Musk? It's not a big deal for him. It is a big deal for us. It's not a big deal for him, Josh. Don't shake your head. It's not a big deal for him. I cannot authenticate that it is true or it's not true. I'm praying that that call was true. So that Liberia can start to see development in the areas of technology. Market will open in that area. Our young people need it. Need it. I pray that investors will start to trust the leadership we have now. It's important so that our friends, our brothers and sisters back home that are struggling there can also have jobs to feed their family. It was a great show. It's good to be here with you guys as always. Thank you.
Josh.
They'll say adore.
So, look, thank you guys. I think Simon is about to do something untold to the Liberian people. We saw two buses in Monrovia at the executive mansion. Liberian people got excited. The next day, we saw them going through the border, local border, going back to Ivory Coast. The second one is the 285 yellow machines that we saw the video, the AI video of 285 yellow machines. Liberian people were excited. It went in and blue again. We only saw, I think, 30 of them come to town, and we don't still know the status. The fourth one that happened was the president came from the US from the business summit. And when he came back, he said he signed 19 MOUs. I don't know what my brother Raymond sometimes say on the show. Sometimes I wonder whether he's still the Raymond that I knew before, or he's just transformed into something that is as ridiculous as anyone that will be supporting a government. But the thing is that he came here and said the government can say bring 10 people, let evaluate them. I don't know, my brother. You sound the most ridiculous on the show in recent time. I will give it to you. You're doing well, you know what I mean, to keep the conversation going. But I know within your heart of heart, you know what you're saying is wrong. And you know what you're saying is just for entertainment's sake. It's not for actual something to use. The thing is that excitement will not kill us, will not be excited until we can see the actual happenings that are meant to excite us. Will not be excited over MOU, will not be excited over phone call, will not be excited over anything. Then what can actually help Liberian people? I can tell you for a fact, when George Weah took office in 2018, the first 6 months, we saw no community road being initiated. That was something to make you excited. We saw that the 14-minute hospital was being talked about. We saw community roads being constructed. We saw so many things happening. We saw students, who went on riot. They were called and said, "Look, you will not pay tuition anymore." We saw those things happening. We saw something. He did not talk to Elon Musk. He did not talk to George Bush. He did not talk to anyone. He just used our resources. And we are asking Bouaka, use our resources for our benefit. We don't care about Elon Musk. We don't care about Dangote. Dangote is from Nigeria. Do you know how many Nigerians don't have electricity at home? You don't know? More than maybe 20 million of them. We are only 5 million people. 20 million in Nigeria don't have electricity at home. Dangote is from there. And now you talk to President Weah, President Bouaka, and you want us to be jumping all around to be excited because he's going to bring heaven to Liberia. It's unreasonable, guys. What we want from Bouaka or President Bouaka is to use our resources for the betterment of our country, not to be having phone conversation or book us one or not book us one. We don't care because we know everything he has signed, everything President Bwaka has been linked with has always failed. If you check your record, you will tell. And guess what? That's what the news reported that July 26th is the worst in the past 6 years for the Liberian people. And that tells you that they are failing. And if they don't want to fail or don't want to be mentioned, let them just leave our country with us. Let them go sit down somewhere because Bwaka is doing nothing that's substantive in our country. And we need our country back for him. Thank you. God bless you and God bless Liberia.
Do you have that data that show that 20 million Nigerians are without electricity? You have that data?
Yes. Yes. I have that data. If you want me to send it to you, I can send it to you. I have that data.
Let Raymond do a closing.
Send it to Nelson.
But Danko is not
Oh,
electricity
sorry.
man either.
Go ahead.
No, but now he go for Liberia now. Won't be excited about him because he told the president.
My man, let Raymond
have
talk.
for telephone call?
Yeah, we won't be excited because he told
My man, can I get a man chance that you
You
talk?
feel like Raymond to do a call there talking.
So the
That's not
first
feeling
session,
Thank
you
you.
have for telephone call?
Thank you. Raymond, go ahead, my brother. For now,
So
we'll
any
sorry.
leader who inspires hope finds solution to the problem of his people and is leading in the right direction. Any leader who leadership create despair, the people suffers. Under the past 6 years of George Weah, the Liberian people suffered. This current president, Joseph Yema Boakai, is finding solutions. George, my brother, the call talk that free in Liberia. You got a freedom of speech, you can use it. You, my brother, I pass you. Use negative expressions against me, I pass you. I'm not going to respond to that. But let me respond to the serious things that matters most. The reason why I'm here to speak about the issues in our country. This current government engagement to create jobs and opportunity and find solution for our country is commendable. Every well-meaning Liberian should be excited about this development. Any Liberian that a negative is generated because of these things, you are not patriotic, you are not in the best interest of your country, you don't mean well for your suffering people, but you are a part of a cult that was established under the sycamore tree and other places. And we will pray to the Almighty God to uproot all of your altars, because those altars are evil. They don't mean well for the people. It's not going to transform the lives of the people. Currently, people running around with $22 million being used. But the Public Works Minister have said 2 years of road maintenance for those $22 million. Our brothers say George Weah didn't go around calling investors. But what he did, he took $1.3 billion in loan. But we ain't got fusa to see from that $1.3 billion. Where that money went, when the CDC know. I remember during COVID-19, they took another loan to bring rice to Liberia for the suffering people. Where that rice went, only George Weah and CDC knows. We saw the cake that was cut at the Robbers Field. Today, we should be flying Liberian Airways. Where the cake is, it's in the belly of CDC. My people, we can go on and on. Joseph Boakai today didn't bill for the 7 condominiums. What he's doing, he bringing in 285 machines. For whom? For the Liberian people. That's the kind of transformation we need. What he's doing now, he got 3 Caterpillar machines. Liberia have never owned such a machine before. Who is it for? It's not for him and his children. It's not at his house. What it's for is for the Liberian people. He came and inherited a government that the police do not have vehicles to do law enforcement. What has he done? He asking people, look, we need investment, like my brother Sandy said. We need serious investor in our country. We need to transform. The roads that were built on people that work for public works. The road fund got established during the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf tenure. The road fund had millions of dollars laying down for George Weah to start with. Look, government is continuing with it. I won't sit here and bash George Weah for everything that was done, but many things were wrong. This time is an opportunity to right those wrongs. And every meaning Liberian should get on board. We should pray for our country. We should pray for this government to succeed because that's when the lives of our people will
30 seconds,
transform.
Remy.
And when our people lives transform, the burden drop from everyone's shoulder because nobody here is sitting telling me they don't have people in Liberia that some way or the other they care about. So if those people lives improve, our own lives improves, whether we're in Liberia. Some of us got investment in Liberia. We don't want things to progress. Of course we want. A lot of us here don't want to be here. We prefer being home if we can have the same opportunities that we have here home. So why don't we have the transformation we desire? Why don't we all get on the same prayer mat and pray to God for transformation? Why we stay hate our country in the name of politics? Let's search our heart and let's repent from our
Thank you.
bitterness in the name of politics to loving Liberia as patriot. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. When you,
So
say good off.
Remedy get a shot.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. And I
Thank
think
you,
it was a
Remedy.
good conversation. Obviously, these conversations are going to be hard because you have people from different sides. And it's a very good thing that the brother from the other side will want to bring a macro manner analysis to some of these basic discussion in the name of, I know, wanting to be a politician or from this party. But let's be real at times. As an intellectual, the reliability some level of assessment you bring to your information, no matter of which side you're from, speaks volume to who you actually are and what you want for your country. We understand want to be opposition to everything. And people will sit and wanting to always politicize everything in the name of support this political party. But it's a very unique thing as to how we understand the issue. And I want to say this. In the past, we saw President George Weah taking photo with the likes of Joe Biden. And there was no information as related to that footballing conversation. Because I understand that from the footballing aspect, because George Weah then were watching a game with President Biden. And we didn't get any major update. But at least we are trying to see a transition as to how the conversation that has been had. That's why when the government were coming to power, we talk about transparencies, accountability. And we're seeing the lives of these things. Then somebody will sit on the platform that I can't even phone call. How many rich men that you have you can call? Or that can call you? Sometimes you have some of these conversations and let people know out there. And like I said before I went up, somebody called me. The four march to any progress in left is signs and symptoms. What is the business signs and symptoms of some of these things I was saying? And in relation to governance, it is we are seeing things happening practically. If not practically, we're seeing it from another way where it comes to a practical standpoint. That's why you call it serial government. No rich man or no serial minded person will just call a president and wanting to just leave his son. We're talking about somebody who is a multi-millionaire. Then you sit on the platform, you want to denigrate her, but we can understand these things. I want to conclude that days. I said it the last time that investigations upon investigations has come in that country or has gone. We are not seeing conclusion to them. And we want for this government because this government was brought on the path of transparencies and accountability. The issue of the LGA, I'm saying to be corrected, I have not seen any comprehensive report or any update as to where we are as a people. There are allegations, there are things that's carrying the issues of fighting jobs that was leveraged out there. We are not seeing any signs of improvement as related to that investigation. Whatever security implication it will have, let get out. But you need to be accountable. Let get that off. But you need to be accountable to the people that you serve all of the time. LDA issue is a very paramount issue to some of us, and I believe that everyone on the platform will want to say that I'm somehow victim of the issue about Josh, directly or
30 seconds.
indirectly. So the Liberian government, headed by President Joseph Boaga, will believe in your ability to be transparent and accountable. We have seen that from various steps that you take. Please try to come up with these reports because at the end of the day, we're gonna come back on the platform, the appropriate platform, to say we are not too cool with certain things that are going on, which we have been doing over the past period of time. Accountability, transparency is the hallmark to and Progress Nation. Thank you very much. I think it was a good show, and I want to say thanks to all of you guys that viewing. Let's keep carrying the conversation as to how we see our country moving forward.
Thank you. Rudolph.
Yes, guys. I think this was a very good show, and I do appreciate all of us on here, and as well as our dear listeners for following. Like we say and we will keep saying, I mean, Yekeh has not changed, but I think the circumstances has changed, or the turf that he was once playing on has changed. So what he has done is he has gone back to the turf that he is comfortable playing on. When you so there was somebody I knew who was a very good football player, but like only on the Dusty Freedom Buffy. But when you take that guy to ATS, the man can be nothing. So the how we see Yekeh to be, the man can only survive in that kind of environment, in the opposition, in the noise and stuff like that. Yes, and it's a good thing to see that our dear president is talking to Elon Musk. He's talking to people like Dangote. I mean, like these are good steps in the right directions, and I mean, I am excited. But my understanding of I would say global politics just doesn't it doesn't help me to celebrate right now because, like I said, the timing. I mean, you may not agree here, but the thing is this: America, just like Liberia, their politics, I mean, it's not clean like we think it is. I mean, Elon Musk is a rich man. He donates a lot of money to a specific campaign, and I feel like maybe if if it doesn't go this way, we might be punished for doing business with him or what have you. I mean, that's just what I think. These things happen. You may say no, you may say yes, but I mean, for me, I engage these things deeper than the surface. And I mean, like, I may just be having fears for nothing, but I mean, I hope it doesn't.
I hope you clear
But
the air
yeah, I
before you
think this is a good
conclude.
start. You say what?
I hope you clear the air before you conclude.
Oh no, I am not concluding. I am just saying these things might happen. These things have what's the word? I mean, there might be actions taken against for some of these things. We have seen it. We have read about it. We have seen how big countries, I mean, turn their back to smaller countries because of their partnership with some key people, that was probably against their regime. We have read, so we understand these things, and it's from that background that I am coming from. That's it. I think you guys. I think it was a good show.
Thank you, Francis.
Yeah, guys, it's a good show. Thanks to every one of our viewers and everybody else. I was out, but it's unfortunate my brother Anthony is not on here because he said something that prompted me to come back.
The man watching. Why?
I know he's watching. The man lied on the public platform to our Omane. My Omane, you don't know that I have song again yet. Don't listen to the people then. When they can't lie to you, we'll bring the fact. The man said President Braga opened the market, but he not opened it. He said you might have 500,000, $500,000 in your account. Anthony lied to you, yeah, I mean, it is coming from 7% to 1% because they can't touch you. They can lie.
Don't put your more income in my
and not coming out, but he got to look at the people. You got to look at the people that he got talking for him. Anthony said they say I'm gonna get 500,000.
Only people that send it then should be talking for Arizona comings.
Exactly. What the government say? You must have 2.4. Anthony put it out travel. Must have proof of financial ability, provide banking guarantee or letter of credit of no less than 500,000 United States dollars or an equivalent to cover the cost of the initial input. So, my Oma, they plenty that I read. If you got the financial ability, you got the money sitting in your bank account, bam, you can go and order your rest and bring it. If you not get that money sitting out, bam, you got a credit or the asset, the guarantee, go to the bank will give you letter, say, okay, when you bring your rent or whatever you want to do, I get $500,000 that I will give it to you to get it because you get a collateral. The thing why when you not bring my money back, I will sell it and get my money back. Like, hey, I call collateral. So actually, I can lie to you here. Okay? I can lie to you, say, for the banker say, you might get $500,000 in your account before you all rest. He lying. What I'm trying to tell people is there should be no regulation. If you say open the market, John Park can go bring 20 bag of rest. Mary Park can order 1,000 bag of rest and say that rent importation. If there's no regulation, that's a problem. When Ratty residents start coming again and say, oh, yeah, he said he opened the red market. So Ratty rest coming on the market. Then you want to talk about it, my baby warehouse. We all know, okay, we look at the warehouse power, they say you should have at least a warehouse that hold a minimum of 10,000 metric ton. We know that's a lot. But there should be regulation. Nobody say, man, go build zero and put cement on the floor, then you call it warehouse. You got to look at the safety of the people that will eat your food too. So you might have good warehouse, is there ventilation, and might be able to go through it, and you might be able to control pets. You know the BB rabbit that can carry elephant? They might be able to cut in your warehouse and touch the food, then you put it on the market, people buy it. So the regulation, yeah, not everybody be able to do the same business in Liberia. The people that can afford to go to the bank to get $500,000 letter of credit, they will get it. They put already get our money sitting in their account to fund their own business, they will get it. So don't listen to that man. He lied to you. The guy can show stuff there. My own man, Papa doing work, he will work for everybody. Everybody will not be able to do the same business. But we hope some of the things they're doing, when they make mistake, we'll talk about it. But for me, I don't like the warehouse size regulation. That's not my personal opinion. I think it's too big. Maybe it's too unreasonable because 1 ton,
What are you keeping the time?
4,000 kilograms. So when you say you want 10,000 metric tons, that's a lot of rest for my import. But at least so I can import at 10,000 bag of rest, 20,000 bag of rest, that's good. But man, I can lie to you, say you might have $500,000 first. They put in a life in it too much. But I don't say that. They don't lie to you. Thank God we get the information. Thank you.
Thank you. Amen.
The simple Liberian English channel.
Yes. Please, Munate.
But it's kind of camera.
Look at you.
So yes, thank you guys. Great show. My what Love ran away. I just wanted to say Love. I think he's a little nervous for nothing. Like somebody already said, Elon Musk's a businessman. I think where the U.S. have problem with those things are countries like people like Russia. Like maybe you're doing business with Russia and then you connect that with them and something like that. I think those are where the problem come from now from an individual. Elon Musk is I think he American, right? American businessman. So I don't think that should be a problem for anything. But anyways, people, Vasco came here tonight. My favorite brother on this show said that we celebrating phone calls and that phone call we will eat that they want here what the phone call doing. But every conversation, I think we come here, we talk about we want investors, we want the private sector to do that. I think it all starts with phone calls, right? You can't just get up and just go. I don't know how President Bwaka told to talk to Elon Musk first before he even meet him if he was supposed to. Like President Bwaka had, according to the report, he mentioned website that he extended an invitation for him to come to Liberia, right? So if he never had that phone call with him, I don't know how he was supposed to do that. So phone calls are very important. I know everything. Vasco claimed that he would celebrate if the right thing is being done. But I doubt it. Even if the right thing is being done, Vasco have a little psychometry research that always find something wrong in that little thing that is being done. He will not come here and give us no proof, but we behind that thing there. We digging deeper. That thing not true. They want yet that all we hear. So nothing there that Vasco will say here for us to listen to. Okay? And the left with Vasco one every time people come here and say something good about this government, Vasco has something to say about it. So he can come here and lie all he wants that he will celebrate. we'll wait for him 2029, so he will start to celebrate because that's the time. But 6 months they can talk all they want. While they're talking, JMB will be working. Bagana baby. And we started with I think with a yesterday with the Elon Musk thing, the Yekeh thing, right? Everybody had already said it. I don't think we coming on here giving our whole show, half our show, the Yekeh business. It's the same thing as coming here talking about George VR, right? And sitting in VIP, and sometimes it really, I think it's a takeaway from the show. We have important things to talk about in Liberia that are affecting our people because the country is still not there yet. And for me, I just feel like ah, everybody know Yekeh already. The people know Yekeh. They're tired of him. And CDC wasn't relevant. Yekeh wasn't relevant. I mean, they are match made in heaven. So come here and spend half our show talking about them and not talking something. It's just a waste of time, waste of my time. And there's nothing much to say to that. But yeah, kudos to JMB and keep working. Wherever we see wrong, we'll come in and talk about it. And I think he should keep doing what he's doing and not listen to the noise in the market and continue to try to make Liberia better. And like my brother Anthony said, electricity, we all talk about that. We all want that in Liberia. Even when I even went to Liberia last year, I was doing my classes online when I went there, and I had so much hard time doing my schoolwork, and it was really really frustrating. So it's really really it's something to have those things, electricity and internet problem. If those problems are solved sooner, I think they are faster to solve than the road issue, right? It's a start. So I really hope and pray that the government will start to work on that and do something about it sooner. Then we can work when we get there and not be, we don't have to take vacation. We can be there, and some of us can work from home and be doing that too as we in Liberia and not have to cut our days and stuff, take our vacation and anything. So we really looking forward to that. And yeah, great job, GMB. Way to go, Liberia. We're ruling and we're praying for it to do better. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Let's see if you didn't count the show now. Okay. Yeah, the main potato green right there. Yeah. Let me do my closing. For me, I will not talk for long, but I just want to,
Whenever you
give
make
some.
that pronouncement, you can talk for 10 hours.
Yeah. I
So
mean
please
some
don't say that.
last. What? What you said?
I said, whenever you make that pronouncement, you can talk for 10 minutes. So please don't.
Oh, no, man, I'm talking for long. But our brothers then when they come here, they just say what they want to say. But I was just making a lot of research just now. I saw a lot of police brutality because yesterday on Saturday Vasco said saying he was born. I'm not saying George Manor we have police and any violence or doing things that is not right. The last time we checked, if on the mansion that a police officer was stepping in I think that EPS guy was stepping in a peaceful citizen's stomach. We all saw it in the video. We're all on social media. We all saw it. I was just looking at it. And I emphasized on Jawasi Koji making some remark. And today he's going back telling the people the same thing. I just researched it. I saw, like I play it. I saw it. He said blood and flesh. And I even saw the one he post slap in the police officer ear. So when we say these things, we're not lying. The thing is on there. You can go check it out on YouTube. You check on when you go all the way down on OKFN, you will see it. All the recording are there. They are record. So for Jawasi Koji to come back to us and telling us the Liberian he want to rescue, they want to face their country, they want to come back.
Mama, how can you take one or let's say 1 hour to do your closing? I came on, I peeped in. At some point, you were closing. You still closing.
I need to adjust that talking. I mean,
yeah.
to you.
No, Mama, you not treating the rest of
the
Yeah, I thought the government you. I mean, no one.
I mean, I hear government you for long time.
I just want to lay some business for our listeners because
just a quick one. To my brother Sandy, actually, is 92 million people in Nigeria don't have access to electricity. It's actually 92
I
million
mean,
people. I
that's
just
about
want to let you
Nigeria,
know.
but let me talk about it. The thing is, right? Look, next thing when people come here and say something, we sort of come here and clarify it. I will put the identical video in the chat when y'all watch it. What the message with 4 hour flesh and blood. He said it. So
Sweat
he
and
shouldn't
blood.
be the one
But
that will
it's
come
a
here.
revolutionary terminology, though.
Exactly.
That's how you define it. Is that how the Oma it when Yekeh
Okay,
quarterback
how
came
woman
out? This thing
defining?
when Yekeh quarterback came out, he said you go in the bush. Then Vasco man on the show, he said Yekeh quarterback going to win war. How you think that ended up that you said it? Hey my man,
You
you see,
did. When
see.
JB said when Joe we ain't get the country is we're in another country will finish. What did he say
The
that time
message
when
will go by
everybody
in
said
the
you are
bush.
bringing
Then
war?
you Nessie, you're the journalist that you were there when you asked that question. And the man said, oh, I know we'll go by the bush. And you know how many people talk on the social media and said that the thing that you say you're bring war in the country. So you just say things like in probably like maybe the how you understand as a journalist, but the Oma that making of fun way in the interior is not how she understand it. When the Oma know that when you say flesh and blood, she mean that war. So when we saying when we're saying these things, that would be that would say the real way.
Thank you, Mama.
Yeah, let me conclude on that. The reason being I bring all this stuff, I didn't
So
make
may
my
you
research.
conclude.
My research, a lot of stuff went on doing the CDC, and our brother there yet spent a lot of lives with debunk their lies. Thank you.
I told you when Mama say I'm not gonna talk for long. Then forget it.
You see
Like
the
what?
Oma
I don't have a
gave him a
Facebook.
sedition. You know, and the profile picture corresponds with the things she wrote in the comment section. That you put your hand under your chin, you just looking at the person. Are you a
Next thing you know, evidence, everything when
But
the
let's see.
people in the comment
But that's
section
in
indicting you.
2022. They got the constable Sherry. The man went to the ministry that nobody was there to work almost from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. No work or in half of the ministry. The man we got a record here.
I mean, I went like bro on
seriously,
CDC. I know what I saw.
seriously, I have
My man, let's
serious
just
headache.
compare drug
I have
government
serious
with
headache
social
right
block
now.
government.
I want to think.
I think I can make me fair.
It was a great show, gentlemen. It was a great show.
So, gentlemen, breaking news.
Like why I don't have a Facebook.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
What's the breaking news?
From my reliable sources, former President Weah will be releasing a 26 song on the eve of 26.
That's breaking news.
Happy
Vasco will be
26.
rapping. Vasco and George will be
Happy
rapping.
26. Vasco and Georgia of this doing the
They'll be
salsa.
rapping. They'll be rapping.
Vasco, where on the breaking news?
Why can't we be sleeping on the 26th?
But they don't sleep. The man has to sleep.
Okay, guys, I want to say
Why you recharge me a battery? You'll be
it's been a
sleeping.
great show.
No,
Now, see, now you told me like what say I got
Thanks to-
Facebook. And
We're
like
gonna
put
back
it
again
on my
finish.
Facebook page.
We're gonna back again. Okay, get finished.
They said
Yeah,
Emmy,
every day you not on Facebook. Every
What
day
is
you
that,
not
Lena?
on Facebook.
Hey,
You
what
get
is
all the information from Facebook.
So
How you
what
can
is
get
my
it without
Facebook
even-
to me?
You say who friend regret me?
That
No,
Nelson
How
goes
do you
to
say
everybody.
Amy
I
friend
got
request
Facebook.
Amy says she got 1,000 friend requests. She can't accept new ones. So, sorry, guys.
But how can he say Amy friend request on Facebook?
Amy authorized me to speak on behalf of her. She said she got
Facebook.
1,000 friend requests and she can't accept new ones. So, sorry, guys.
I want to say thanks to everyone. Those who can stay for the after show will stay. But I want to say thanks
I
to
don't have
everyone.
a Facebook
We look
page,
forward
guys.
to being
I
here
will
again
get
tomorrow.
one.
Thanks to